Working now? I've refreshed like a dozen times. And it says it should be working. It says I should have the upload. Is this working? Can anyone hear me? Am I live in this world? Test, hello? Test, hello? Yeah, I hear the echo. Okay, so the stream's up. Refresh. Hi, I'm back. Okay, look. I don't fucking know what that internet blip was. I'm really pissed. Because it probably killed all our viewership. But okay, I did try to join the game to make sure we wouldn't miss out on too much. Unfortunately, I have a really tough time dealing with things. I think the hardest thing my whole life I've had to learn to do is to not be upset at things that are out of my control. And I am better at that now than I've been in the past, but I'm still beyond mad that the internet was a problem. I am more upset that Wardy's Rift Blush Blessing has fixed my internet for me. What the fuck? I'm so pissed. The Rift Blush thing worked. I'm live again. Everyone, come back to me. Twitch.tv/BaseStreetTV. Shameless. Okay, well, let's throw the punches. I'm gonna try my best not to tilt. I actually have no idea what fixed it. I power cycled. After I did, I came back. I still had like 0.63 upload. I just noticed while I was watching Wardy's stream, all of a sudden it just like rubber banded, and then I checked my speed test again, and it says it's working. I don't know for how long though, or if it will stay consistent. If it goes offline again, I think my best thing to do for my own sanity is to not worry too much about it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm struggling trying to be not mad, but we're working, so I shouldn't have anything to be mad about. And, why does it say, how about warding Rady? No, I don't want to, hang on, I don't want to ward, I don't want to fucking raid anybody. Twitch, stop it. Quit trying to give my viewers something. Oh my god, guys, we went from like 2,000 viewers to like 500. Fucking kill me. Okay, well, regardless, we're back, and I'm doing this more for, I guess, just completionist sake at this point. It's safe to say we're not going to make any money from this stream. But we're back, and it's working-ish for now, so let's just roll with the punches for now. I'll be salty and upset later. This is what they invented weed for, right? Or something. Canada, it's legal, don't worry. Anyways, guys, let's continue on with this. It is, sorry, it says best of 3. I haven't updated that. Jesus Christ. It is a best of 5. This is the winner's match. The winner of this goes through to the playoffs. The losers, of course, are eliminated from the tournament. But this is the winner's match, which we don't conventionally do first, but we are doing first because Goblin wanted to be home to play live, and he didn't want to do a bunch of replays today. I didn't want to do a bunch of replays today, so it works out. It's just a shame that we had... Stop thinking about it, Rifkin. It's in the past. I know. We had such a good show going today. I was vibing. I love, by the way, that Wardy had so many viewers alongside me. Like, this felt like a really cool event. We had 4,000 people between 2 streams watching. But yeah, okay, whatever. Hey. Deep breaths and quit crying about it. Spire on the way for Bly. This is a very Bly thing to do in ZVZ. I've actually, one of the most epic ZVZs I've gotten cast in recent days was Bly versus Nurchio. He had like a hell of a lot of Ultralisks and other cool things too. But mutas are pretty much the way he likes to go in terms of like as an opening. You can actually do this without committing too much. I love his defensive setup here too. The spine crawlers will buy a little bit of time. There's a couple transfuses. The Evo chambers will block him out. All these Bly is doing right now is he wants to get time for the mutas to come out and play. Once the mutas are out and play, they'll have a better chance to actually survive. Unfortunately, though, it does look like he will still lose things in the meantime. Space Straight TV, the shameless plug was priceless. Dude, the shameless plug is whatever. I'm just so mad that the timing of this was, he's like, guys, put a Rift Blush in the chat for Rifkin. 1 Rift Blush equals 1 internet, and then I fucking got my internet back. Like, he's gonna hold that over me for so long. It'll be 7 months from now. We're gonna be casting some tournament together. He's gonna be like, hey, remember that one time? This is such a bad Wardy impression. This is not even his accent. But remember that one time I gave you those Rift Blushes? It saved the cast? And they're like, fuck you, Wardy. Just get out of here. Turn your stream off and host me. Give me the viewers. I hate you. Kill yourself. No, I don't actually mean any of what I just said. But the timing of that was too perfect. Now attempting to do some run-bys. Bly, he's got the mobility on his side. Between Mutas and the Lings. The problem is he doesn't really have, like, the power to take a full-on engagement. Like, he has to split his opponent's forces. He doesn't actually have enough Mutas to take on the Queens, which is a weird thing to consider. And then he doesn't have enough Lings to take on the Roaches, which is another weird thing to consider. But he does have enough to take on the Queens with the Lings, actually. Lots of transfuses going to these gals, but as they start going down, they are his only reliable source of anti-air. That being said, he takes out like 4 or 5 of the Mutas on the way. The beauty of this is that +1 weapon upgrade helped a lot through this. He just traded out 6 Queens, 7 Queens or 7 Mutas. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty fan-freaking-tastic. And when this goes on, he goes for the counterattack. He's almost able to one-shot these Spine Crawlers, so that Transfuse not really helping too much in this case. Heads up to the main base, walks past everything, going to take in the ramp. Maybe going to get into that mineral line. Maybe takes down that Spire, but Raynor on a roll now for momentum. As he has lost a lot of his anti-air defense on the other side of the map, the Mutas aren't able to really press the... Wait, Mutas? Oh, they're brought back home. Okay. I see they couldn't really press the issue, but the Lings got into the main base. They picked off some drones. 19 or so workers die through this, so while he kills the Spire, and that's kind of cool, I don't know if Raynor did enough counterattack damage. Like, he did kill some drones of Bly, but really not that many, all things considered. 2 drones in total died. I guess he just didn't have a lot to begin with. Raynor's in a pretty weird spot right now. As the game progresses, like, the Mutas lose power, and the Roaches are better and better for Raynor because they'll have +2, and eventually think about things like Hydras, but at this current moment, it's just a little bit weird. Because Raynor is, he's just not able to shoot up. It's just such a basic thing to say, but it's the truth. He just literally can't shoot up, and it's a problem. Set up some more defenses trying to deal with the Roaches. I think this is a smart thing to do for Bly, because really counterattacks are the only thing that would kill him. Raynor doesn't have anything sneaky like Burrow or Tunneling Claws. He's just stuck with real basic Roaches. But as long as these Roaches are over here and causing these Mutas to in turn chase them over here, then they're not killing him at home. It's giving Raynor time to build up this Infestor count, to get enough fungal growth to deal with the Mutas, to get a couple of Infested Terrans out, you name it. Grab a drone or two, I guess, on the Kamikaze way out, but Bly, of course, is reconstructing the Spire. He finds the Roaches. He saw those split earlier, too, so it wasn't like a question. He knew where these were. But I think this works out. This weird sacrificial lamb act of the Roaches buys Raynor all that time to get more Queens out. He's now on 6 Queens again. He's got 5 Infestors. I think the Lings are going to be a bit of a problem here, but 1 fungal growth in these Queens could kill half the Mutas easy. The creep tumors are actually surprisingly important, considering the Queen aspect of this. I don't think Bly knows about the Infestors yet either. I'm not sure if he actually scouted that or not. Well, I think he may have seen them with the Lings now. Mutas on the top side. There's the fungal. Holds him in range of the fungal. Oh, another fungal. He's going to chain a 3rd one? Of course, this 4th one's not going to be so worth it. The Queens are so far away. Hoping to pop off these Mutas. Needs a little bit more damage. There's that Muta regeneration, keeping them alive at 5 health, barely. God, Mutalisk regeneration is good, guys. Holy crap. That being said, Raynor started to recover his drone count a little bit. In comes some favoring Bly, of course, pretty much since he killed 40-something drones. How many was that? Not 40, 22. There you go. He's left with 40-something drones. Gladeworm going to be super annoying here. The Spore Crawler can't even fight the Mutas. Wow, you know it's bad when that's the case. Bly sitting on 19 Mutas. He's almost... Raynor's almost got fungals. He's like 5 seconds off of having fungals. Bly getting on top of the Infestors right now is so critical. Oh my god. This is like a game-winning move. That was like 5 seconds difference. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we got the attack going in here. Tries to run in through the Roaches, Ravagers, grabs the Spines. Realizes that's not going to work, goes for the 3rd base instead. But Raynor, if this came down to a fight of A-move versus A-move, I think he could have won this. But Bly ultimately takes the game. I'm still, I'm flabbergasted. Sorry. What the fuck is going on with my hair? Oh, taking the hat off was... We'll put this guy on instead. All right. Oof. Well, I don't know what game 2 was. I lost all my shit when I restarted everything, so I lost chat when I started. How can I give permission to the extension? So somewhere in the bottom middle part of the screen, there should be... Oh, wow. All the overlay stuff is fucked. There's nothing showing up on the overlay here. All the bottom stuff in the bottom middle of the screen should be a little itty-bitty StarCraft 2 icon. If you click it, go to Settings, and then Allow Permissions, you'll be able to claim XP watching the war chest. That last fungo was just too greedy. One would have changed everything. I agree. Oh, man. I'm just really upset. If we lost internet for like 3 seconds, it wouldn't have been such a big deal. Losing internet for as long as we did killed this. Got a tweet that we're back live again. Spurry. Excuse me. Sparry14, thank you very much for the 2 months. Says, I didn't mean to break your internets by subbing. Feels bad, man. No, it wasn't you, dude. I'll skip the intro for this. I really, truly don't know what happened. It's an I think it was just an ISP thing. The first thing I thought of as soon as my internet started stuttering was like, shit, I paid my bills, right? Like, yes, I'm covered. No clue why things are such a problem. But we're back now. We're rocking and rolling. Oh, my fuck. That's... Well, I hope you guys like this music. Panic Switch just gifted 20 subs out. I haven't had a sub bomb like this in forever. That actually puts us over 1,000 again. So fuck yeah. That's how... Look, my mood is directly tied to money and success, obviously. So, Panic Switch, my man, thank you for the subs. I'll try and shout out every single one of these names in a moment. Before we do, though, let's kick things off here. In the bottom left side of the map, we got the blue Zerg player. It's Raynor. And it's put on the top right, actually up 1-0 in the series. Weird to consider, it's Bly. But from top to bottom, or bottom to the top, actually, big thank you to Ray Bones. Your name's going to come up in like 10 minutes. Thank you for the Prime sub just now. These lucky people just got gifted a sub by Panic Switch. You got 6 Factorial, Soshi, Poison Ivy. Yo, Poison Ivy, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Sleepy One, Groovy Man 12, a great StarCraft player to be certain. Kiloton 34, Daniel Poppy, or Danielin Poppy, Blackberry Lover 78, Bloodlust, 9 Stian 9, Nutstream, Hika Junk Fook, Lol, what mate? Jay Presty, Scarin, Race Rand, 2-Eyed Donkey, Yoga Dragon, Torvson, Black SC, and then just now Renofsher. Oh my god, so many names to read out. So many guys just got gifted a sub whether you realize it or not. Thank you very much again for that one, Panic Switch. Billy Zane 1 for the 39 months. Welcome back. Of course, if you guys haven't seen oh fuck, I never posted in Discord that we're live. Everyone. Oops. I'm late, but we're live. Low effort a message. I was just going to mention to all the people who just got gifted a sub. This is absolutely self-advertising, but for a good reason. We've been giving out lots of codes over the last day or two in our Discord, and specifically in our subscriber-only channel. This is just kind of like one of the cool benefits you get as the subscribers. Like when we get free shit to give away, I like to give it away to our subs. So if you guys want access to these codes, make sure you join our Discord, sync up your accounts, and if you just got gifted a sub, take full advantage of it. Take all the free codes in the world, guys. But that means just going to keep rocking and rolling for a bit. Now, Raynor got across the map. He did some adequate drone damage to make this a little bit more worthwhile. He's at least evened up the worker count. If this had gone any poorer for him, his opening would not have been worthwhile, but okay. Goes back to droning himself now on the other side of the field. I guess he'll be trailing Bly for gas a little bit, but that's about it for now. Bly, of course, pulling the drones like that. A little bit of an income spike, but it should level out here, as you guys can see happening right now. Both of them get closer to a similar income. You know, it's weird because I watched this matchup. God damn it. Thank you again, Panic Switch. I watched this matchup, and the first thing I think of is like, it'll be Bly who's the aggressor, right? Bly's the guy who's going to do the 12 pull, not Raynor, and things like this. And it's just, it's good seeing him be able to defend it. I'm just so used to him being the one who's attacking us all. Observerator says, grant access to the war chest extension. What is this and how? So if you have the new war chest, they just released it yesterday. This war chest is for Katowice in 2019. It's got building skins and other cool things you can unlock. If you bought that war chest, you can earn XP for it while watching the stream. You can still earn XP from it conventionally by playing the game, as you have been in the past. But you can now, for the first time ever, earn XP by watching the stream. Base Rate TV being one of those streams. And that's what the extension mod is all about. Because every 20 minutes or so, you have to hit claim. You get 50,000 in-game XP. And if you haven't bought the war chest yet, well, let me tell you guys, we have an affiliate link for that war chest. And if you want to hook us up, make sure you click on that link below the screen with the beautiful girl in the red shirt holding up that cute little war chest. Because we do get a percentage of sales, but most of the war chest sales will go towards pumping up the IEM Katowice prize pool, from my understanding, guys. Also, Darice1, Fake Dares in the chat. Thank you for the 2-month resub, dude. Rocking your Twitch Prime sub on us. God, is this still not done yet? Well, I'll tell you what. It's nice to be over 1,000 subs again. But while we do have people here... dancing and grooving, and maybe you just joined the stream because I know we had to restart the stream and things got hiccuped there. I just want to quickly recap where we're at while the game is going on. This is the winners match in a group that is all best of 5s, so we have 2 more best of 5s after this. We have the elimination series with Goblin versus Soul. That's going to be a TVP, and then of course the group grand finals. But the winner of this best of 5 will go through to the playoffs, which will play on December 23rd. Every single day will be starting at 8 a.m. Pacific, which is, I think, 11 Eastern, something like that, 5 p.m. CET. So today, tomorrow, and the day after. A lot of good StarCraft 2 content coming up until Christmas. And of course, I, as well as pretty much everybody else, going to take Christmas off. And yeah, keep rocking and rolling. Sucks today went the way it did, but fuck, it's feeling better now. Spire once again out of Bly. Not super surprising. I think one of the key things when it comes to Bly playing with his lair is actually not about the lair itself or the spire that comes with it, but more so how much he plans to invest into it. Bly is very much a guy who is just as likely to go up to 30 Mutalisks as he is to play with only 8. So I've never really understood what the trigger was for Bly, cause and effect, to say whether it was worth investing in the Mutas more or not. Nice run on the Satchery, by the way. Should be able to get a kill out of this, I think, even with the roaches. I just want to commit the lings. Okay. But the wall's gone up. Spine cars are coming down. And the hatchery, well, the third might be forfeit, funny enough. That's damage Rainer could certainly secure with this wall, but uh-oh. Bly cancels his spines. He's feeling very confident about the timing of the Mutas. This is an uh-oh for Rainer more than it is for Bly. The beauty is Bly no longer has to waste hundreds of minerals and defensive structures he may never use. They can invest that into more mutas and queens and hatcheries and drones and basically get a lead in the game. Mad Dog says, what are you doing for Christmas? I am going to go see my poor mother and, well, frankly, use her as an excuse because really I want to go home and see my cat. I haven't seen my cat in like 5 months. I miss her. She's so cute. She's so old. She's so tiny. So is my mom, I guess, too. I can actually use all those to describe her as well, but... Thinking about my cat, guys. All I wanted for Christmas was a stream-based Street TV. Thanks a lot, Scrooge. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Mita's coming in for the attack. Lots of transfuses going into this, but he does take out the queens, which means those roaches will be forfeit soon after. So Rainer had 2 choices. Run them back towards a defensive structure or go across the map with them. Similarly, like last time, and try and draw the Mitas away, buying him precious time to get more queens, upgrades, and of course, last game was Infestors. This game it's not. Thank you for the 100 bits, Mad Dog. Grant the war chest. Do I need Twitch Prime? No, the war chest has nothing to do with Twitch Prime, dude. It's an in-game item for StarCraft 2. If you don't actually play StarCraft 2, just ignore it. It's not much you can really do about it. You can just minimize the thing, I guess. I mean, these queens almost have +2, and honestly, there's not that many Mutalisks. As I said, Bly is very much a guy who is willing to invest like a lot, as he did in Game 1. He's also willing to just go conservative with his Mutalisk play. And I think for Raynor, all these queens are normally great if this was more mutas, but I think he's been caught a little blindsided. The roaches come into the third base for the attack. The hatchery was already low from earlier. Just snipes and gets the hell out of dodge. And, I mean, you know, if you told me Bly was going to be dominating Raynor today in ZVZ, I wouldn't believe you. Not for a second. But he's up 1-0. Game 2 is looking fantastic for him as well. Maybe Raynor's just trying to be a good guy. He wants to show you guys more games. He's like, well, if I lose this, I can get an extra best of 5 and win over the base straight DV fans. I don't actually know, guys, but he is in a weird spot right now because Bly is getting ahead more and more through supply. And as good as upgrades are in ZVZ, supply tends to be the ultimate decision maker. If you've just got 30 more roaches, at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter most. Those roaches getting low. Forces them into Ravagers. Actually, that's a good save out of Raynor. I mean, the downside is all these extra queens aren't going to benefit too much as far as the roach defense, but it's still more transfuses. But I say this like with a question mark because transfuse isn't that good anymore. So I really don't know how bad 8 queens is here. Realistically, Raynor is down half the roach count of Bly. Well, yes, Raynor for the time being has an upgrade lead. Excuse me, I don't know where that yawn came from. Well, Raynor at the moment has an upgrade lead. That's soon disappearing. Bly's about to catch up with this. Hydras are an interesting choice, and if Raynor has the time to get to lurkers, the shift of power in this game could go in his favor, but, I mean, the boy's been long-distance mining. His lurker den's only just started. I really don't know if he's going to have time to get said lurkers in play. Trying his best, though. Raynor goes for a small counterattack, and there is no defense set up yet, so they'll be able to pick off this queen pretty easily and then the drones. Or, frankly, just focus the drones because the queen will take forever to kill the roaches. All of this right here, this is not about killing drones. This is trying to pull Bly back. This is trying to get his attention off the front lines, trying to buy himself time to get lurkers out. And frankly, I mean, it's getting a lot of drone kills, more than it should have, in any, like, to be fair. Corrosive Biles or something that Raynor will have, Bly does not. It's a good way to force his roaches away. Lurker Den halfway done. 10 workers died on the other side of the field. Actually, Raynor's in a pretty good spot if he can keep this going, but Bly is transitioning back towards mutas. His +1 weapons for them is about halfway done. There's no way to scout for that, obviously, but yeah, that's something that he's not going to perhaps be aware of. This is where having Hydras is going to be better, obviously, but if he makes them all to lurkers, it's still not going to be bad. Just his anti-air will be a problem later on. How many queens does he have left over? Still 6? 6 is still pretty good. Huh? I play, but still I don't spend 25 euro for this. That's fine, dude. I mean, my job here isn't to convince you to buy the war chest, right? My job here is to convince you that if you are going to buy the war chest anyways, to please use our affiliate link. The Hydra should take care of this. 7 drones go down, not bad. Attack at the bottom right side hits 2. A couple lurkers set up, and that's all he really needs. 1 or 2 lurker shots will drastically change the tide of battle. They deal so much damage to armored units, 36 per shot. Oh, eats a bad corrosive bile. I think it's because he's chasing the mutas around. Bly going heavy into the drones on the backside of this, by the way. 15 drones coming out next. I like Hard Revenge's answer. You know, if you're really bad, there's been some YouTube comments here every time I make these jokes about Wardy. Someone takes it too seriously or doesn't identify it as sarcasm. I want to make it very clear, guys. Like, objectively, it sucks for me to have less viewers on my own tournament than Wardy, who's kind of guest casting on his channel. But this was a tournament I made with the intention of not being the only caster. I wanted to bring as many people on board as we could, whether that was through Sinsin in Russia, Colterran, Wardy in English, Take TV in German, etc. We left this open to everybody and anybody. So at the end of the day, I look at this, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, Wardy's got double our viewership right now, but that's 3,000 people watching, which is pretty dope. I'll take that. That's a pretty fucking good deal. There's no sponsors on this tournament either, so I don't have anyone to impress. We could do this with 5 viewers. This is a tournament I made, not for anyone but you guys. So I know some of the people who are bringing this up in chat are asking genuinely, and I'm trying to answer as genuinely as I can. Even though there's been a lot of trolling remarks too. This is an interesting choice out of Raynor. He's opted for the base trade route. I think this is a smart decision. He's having a hard time catching the mutas, much less fighting them head on. It takes on the spine crawlers. I mean, there's relatively no defense here for Bly. Because Raynor crushes any ground fight with the lurkers, Mutas are too far away. This actually might end up with Bly losing to all his buildings dying. He's got 3,600 minerals banked up though, right? So he should be able to just build hatchery after hatchery after hatchery. You know what I would be curious about? I wonder what Wardy is, like, not even, like we're casting the same game. I wonder how often we're talking about the same points or looking at the same place on the map. You know what I mean? It's kind of interesting to consider. But yeah, Bly's got to build these hatcheries. He's doing it, no problem. He'll buy time. But again, at the end of the day, I think this is just better for Raynor. These mutas can never engage the mutas. It took Raynor. It was so difficult for him to get to this point too. If you guys like really don't understand the nature of the way ZVZ like fluctuates, so much of this game looked like Bly had control, and he did. For Raynor to hold on and get to this point is amazing in my books. GG's. Raynor ties up the series 1-1. By the way, I can go update the brackets for it. Do that. Stressed out about the internet and stuff. Oh, crack that neck. Feels good, man. All right, here's the bracket screen, guys. I'm going to be right back 1 sec. All right, dudes. Thanks for watching that bracket screen / break. Took a little bit of time there, but we're getting lobby for game number 3. Port Alexander. That's who we missed here. Okay. In the meantime, I think we've recovered a little bit from this one. Thanks again for watching, guys. Sorry, I'm still playing catch up. They're saying go. Let's hop into the game. See you on Port Alexander. All right, folks, welcome back. We're hopping into game number 3. If you're just joining us, this is still the winner's match. Spawning here at the top left. My overlay's borked again. We have the blue Zerg player, Raynor. And, of course, this opponent at the bottom right, going to be the red Zerg Bly, going for that earlier pool. And hang on, this is going to bork the screen for like 1 second. Oh, please don't break. Please don't break. Is that still not loading? There we go. Booyakasha! Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why the overlays and stuff are just being... Everything got so messed up after that internet spike, I'm going to call it. I still don't understand what happened. But it is what it is. I'll complain about it later. As far as Bly going for this earlier pool, as I said, this is kind of actually how I expected the pacing of the games to go for Bly, but it's been Raynor, so I don't know. Perhaps Bly saw how this happened last game and said, you know what, that was a pretty tasty idea, Raynor. Let me do the same back to you. And of course, this is something Bly is fairly well versed with, but heads across the map with the drones too, so this is super all in, guys. It's not at all like what we saw with Raynor. Stavka, hey, I know that name. That's the guy with that really nice girlfriend, right? ZG just spanked Nate and I feel violated, senpai. Oh shit, did Zombie Grub beat Nate in the casters tournament? That's pretty dope. Go Zombie Grub. But okay, as this comes in, spine crawlers are possibly coming paired up with this. Bly's got about 300 minerals for 3 spines. I think that's what these drones are for. The other 3 are just going to be forcing Raynor to take a bad fight. He actually uses the spawning pool of Raynor as a little bit of additional SimCity, creating less surface area to work with here. Raynor's responding by putting his own spine crawlers down behind the mineral lines, but yikes. While the spine crawlers are building, they're very vulnerable, right? They don't have a lot of health, they don't have a lot of armor, but once they're done, they get a lot of natural armor. So it's one of these things where the links pop out. They could have gone for the spines right away. I think that's what Raynor's going to try and do now. Because once those spine crawlers are up, getting rid of them is going to be not an option. And this Evo Chamber block out of Bly is so beautiful. Look at how much surface area that denies on 2 extra spines. Goes for the cancel, makes another spine with it because why the hell not? Now these are done. 2 building armor. I think Raynor's done for. I don't know what you can do with this situation. Like, his own spine crawler wants to fight, but at the same time, all he has to do is, like, if he can hold on somehow, some way, Bly has nothing really going on for him at home, right? But the idea is that his spine should break his opponent's spine, then he's got 4, 5, 3, some amount of spine crawlers to work with. Their 2 base armor's huge. We got corpses flying off into space over here. Bly's left without any mobile units, though, which is a little awkward. However, it's the GG. Oh, what a stupid... I love ZVZ sometimes, guys. God damn it. Bly takes a 2-1 lead in the series. But it is not a best of 3, but a best of 5. There's time for Raynor to bounce back from this. Oh, my goodness. Of course, man, I'm really mad about that internet thing. Sec here. Wait, what's the next map? Sorry, trying to figure this out. As we stumble through things, I would like to take a moment, though, guys, to do a couple of things. One sec. First off, thank you, Le Jaudet, for the 43-month resub. While this is going on, look, I'm not part of the casters tournament, and maybe one day I'll talk about why this isn't the thing. But there's a match arena page up for this. I'm gonna link it in the Twitch chat, right? There's no codes or anything I'm here to sell you on. I got nothing to really do but show you off these cool portraits. But yo, our girl Zombie Grub just beat Nathanius in the group. Go fucking buy her portrait to support her. You get the portrait in game. She gets $1.50, I guess, from every sale, which is pretty rad too. So she just kicked Nathanius' ass. I think that's worth a portrait or two. I'm just saying. So I linked it in the chat, or you go to matchreno.com/clash, QLASH. But okay. Blue Shift is up for the 4th game in the series, possibly the last one. I don't know. These are live, not replays. I'm just saying. Also, it looks like whatever was going on with the lights on my Christmas tree has stopped. I swapped them over from white light to multicolored light, and that seems to fix whatever like frequency issue there was. I have a funny little side story to this while we get the lobby hosted. I was on the Pylon show a little while ago, as some of you know, and someone from Blizzard apparently got really upset at my lights and like messaged Cobra, who runs the show, and he's like, "Can you tell Rifkin to turn off his fucking lights? I can't watch the show anymore." So, of course, this just prompted me to move even more to the side, allowing more of my lights to shine through during the course of that episode of the Pylon show. I thought it was really funny. But okay, we're in the lobby for Blue Shift. Game 4 players are ready. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's hop into it. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Oh, big thank you to whoever made the extension command in the chat. That's probably going to be useful over the next couple days. But ladies and gentlemen, it's game 4 in this best of 5. Man, I've missed best of 5s. We've had too many best of 3s over the last couple weeks. But yeah, spawning here in the bottom left side, he's up 2-1. He is on the verge of winning this series. We have the blue Zerg player, Bly, who... well, again, I want to highlight Bly is looking for a team. I'll probably type that to abuse Wardy's chat here in a second. But at the top right, of course, we have the red Zerg, Raynor. And if you guys are liking these best of 5s, don't worry. With the new year coming soon, we'll have the Ting round of 16, which will all be best of 5s. But, where's this? Hey, abusing everyone's stream. No, hijacking sounds cool. Hey, hijacking everyone's stream to just mention that Bly is looking for a new team. I of course, I don't mind advertising for players a lot of the time, but Bly specifically asked if I could mention this. So, yeah, if there are any teams out there looking for a not too bad Zerg player, he's pretty close to winning this group. Kevin 00212, thank you for the 10-month or the 10 resub. Stavka, what are you apologizing for, my guy? Also, again, thank you for subbing. Sorry for the sarcasm earlier. Bly is very underrated IMO. Well, here's the thing. Bly is sometimes underrated. I know that sounds like really shitty to say. Bly sometimes just plays agonizingly dumb games. And truth be told, like, how many times have you watched a game of Bly and you're like, get out, right? And then he doesn't. And then sometimes he wins and sometimes he still loses, whatever. I think Bly is a player who's pretty consistent, which is great, but unfortunately that consistency is not him winning all the games. Also, guys, while I do choose to advertise other channels and other events from time to time, that is my choosing, not yours. Please do not go advertising other channels here in my chat. You're not going to get banned for it unless you do it again, but you will get timed out. Now, while this goes on, Bly is working very hard here to kill the hatchery. You notice he was dancing with the lynx to try and get more surface area to avoid shots. He will kill this at the end of the day. And for Raynor, this ends up being really not worth it because he had pulled drones to try and make sure that the hatchery survived. Yikes. Really expensive for him. Not just to lose the hatchery, but to lose all that mining while this was going on. This ended up being a really great opener for Bly. However, Raynor's not going to take this lightly. He is going to run across the map and go for the counterattack. Now, oh, nice catch here in the main base. A little bit of chaos, but nothing too dangerous. Can these lings do the same amount of damage is the big question, and I think no. Maybe they'll kill the queens, which wouldn't be too bad. That's still 300 minerals lost for Bly if that ends up being the case. He's having trouble getting that surround, though. All right, there's one queen. There's two queens. Oh, no way. If he kills that third one, that'd be really cool, but I don't think he's got the lings for it. He's not even going to get the second queen, which really sucks for him. Resources lost ends up being dead even after that queen goes down, which is kind of funny, but of course Bly's going to fall behind again once his lings die. Or not Bly, Raynor, excuse me. Blah. Mix my Zergs up here. Wait, where did he put that low queen? Oh, she's chasing the main base. Raynor is, make no mistake, very far behind, guys, and I think he's considering an all-in here. You'll notice he hasn't been droning for some time. Speed's nearly done, and he has a lot more Zerglings coming out. Speed won't give him any kind of actual attack damage or attack speed, but it will give him the ability to surround his units, import more units on his opponent's units quicker, So, I mean, it's one of those things, I know I've just described the most basic bitch thing a Zerg player does, but the point is, like, this speed is going to be huge, and that's the point I want to highlight with this. So Raynor can get us around these lings pretty easily. Once he's done picking these off, he can just dart across the map. That queen from earlier is still going to be low, so she'll be quick to execute her after this. Walling off is Bly's best option, really only option. This one Evo Chamber's a little exposed, but that's why he's got that other drone ready for backup. Mr. Boris Makarov! Hey guys, it's that mod who's never fucking here. I'm just kidding. What's up, Boris? 54 months. He says, hey, retail sucks. I wish I could be here more than I have been. Always happy to support you, man. Big love right back at you, dude. I hope you're having a good holiday season. I hope work is paying well, question mark. I don't know, dude. Glad to have you here when you can be. He's trying so hard to kill this queen. Bly knows, by the way, he knows all he's got to do is hold on and he's in a great spot. But Raynor's not done with this yet. It's got a couple of Banelings coming in. And while the Banelings won't kill queens very effectively, they will kill buildings pretty efficiently. 80 damage to structures is a lot. However, to break these Evo Chambers fully, he's going to need more Banelings than this. And the problem is, the more Banelings he makes, the less lings he has, and it's kind of gas dependent too. It's a really awkward situation. If he gets in here and breaks Bly, like, Raynor could still make this game happen, but at the moment, it's not feeling like that's going to be the case. Comes on in, though, tries to take down that Evo Chamber that's building. Or it's not even Evo Chamber, it's a Roach Warren. He does kill it. Gets in, goes to the surround, but his lings. Oh, no Banelings left for Raynor in this case. Bly's speed's going to finish up in 4 seconds as well. When it comes down to the ling count, it's 33 to 31. Raynor's not really in a bad spot in terms of an actual fight, and if either of these players can actually successfully get off a Baneling, that could be the end of the game. More Banelings are waddling in, though. They're trying their best. He's trying to open the gates. He wants to kill that queen. Let the Baneling through, and once he does, oh, he gets the biggest hit on Bly! Holy shit! But even then, Raynor actually did enough damage to this attack that he could recover off this if he doesn't want to keep going all in, and he knows this too. Starts going for his own drones on the back lines back at home. So much of this was based off of the fact that not only did he take down enough of Bly, like killing queens, killing lings, killing drones, to make the map look more even on the scoreboard here at the bottom, but more importantly, the stuff we don't see, right? There are like 7 Evo Chambers that were built. Each costs money. That's a drone too on top of it. So realistically, Bly lost 1 drone. He realistically lost like 7 or 8 just from having to build and build and build. Thank God Raynor never gave up, too. If he had just tapped out after that first attack, so I'm too far behind, fuck it, there's no way I could win, he wouldn't have ever got that Bailey hit. He would have never gotten through this. And I'm not saying Raynor's going to win this game, but he's back in it. You know, the income actually favoring Raynor here briefly. A couple of Banelings. I mean, whether it's for Bly or whether it's for Raynor, 1 magic Baneling hit like we saw can change the course of the game. My only regret is not knowing exactly how many Zerglings died with that Baneling. Because the answer was a lot, but I'd love to know exactly how many. Not to mention Bly's like moment of panic, small highlight too. More Banelings coming out. Both lanes are looking to move in towards Roaches though, so this isn't something that's going to stay on Banelings and lings for the rest of the game. A little bit of trades here and there. Some lings do manage to get around the map. Ooh. Dancing through the mineral lines. You know what? Even if he doesn't kill drones, he just pulled Bly's entire natural base off of mining. In a bit of a panic to avoid the damage, he is missing out on so much income. Actually, where's that Baneling hit? We can actually see this here for Bly. I think it's like right there. And the Baneling's connected. Or it was a pretty big drop off. Mark BT, thank you very much for the 34 months. Welcome back. Same with you, Non-Kilechiol, 52 months. 52 weeks to make a full year. Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you very much for the 52 months. Weeks. Minutes? Seconds. Whatever. What is time? Time is a construct of the human brain. Doesn't really exist when you think about it. Oh, man. Is this... Hang on. Do you guys hear that? One sec. Hang on. Let this calm down. Does this sound like this building's on fire? I know it's the bleeding, but it sounds like the fire effect from Terran. Am I crazy? Okay, we'll just, you know, let that be what it what it is. No, Rifkin just said PTSD. That's fair. I do have my buildings constantly on fire as I lose a lot of StarCraft 2 games. Banley gets sniped. Really great control here out of Raynor. A lot of Ravagers is typically good, but of course they're squishier than Roaches, so having too many of them in this sort of engagement could be a bad thing. Aggressive Pile's gonna land, grab a couple of shots here as the Roaches continue to fall back. Raynor's dealt with the attack that was in the main base too, so he's running down south now. He's got a hold around this third base. Bly does have, of course, a +1 weapons upgrade. What a terribly sad person in Twitch chat. Yikes. I'm not even gonna make fun of them. Clearly they've been made fun of a lot in their life to get to this point. Sorry about that, dude. I'll see you later though. Bye-bye. Alright, Ravagers, of course, going to be healing up the Roaches. In this case, that's okay when you have too many Ravagers, because Bly doesn't have enough Roaches to push back into this. He's continuing to try to make these run-bys work, but Raynor's on top of this. I mean, King of Lings, boys. Not someone you can out-micro in this case. Grossa Bao grabs about 3 link kills there. The 2, that's not too bad. Bly's just going to be so frustrated his weapon upgrade's not working here, and I'm still hearing that building on fire sound effect for Zerg. Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? I swear to God, it sounds like this building's on fire. I mean, maybe that's how it sounded before and I've just never noticed. At the same time, like, I recently learned Eva Chambers die and there's a skeleton inside, so I'm willing to admit I might be the one who's stupid in this case. But Bly's gonna tap out. GG. Raynor will tie up the series fully now, 2-2, and take us all the way to the ace match. What's great about this is poor Goblin couldn't play a 5-minute game to save his life, but good guy Raynor is like, don't worry, Goblin, I got you. I'll buy all the time you need by by trying out these CVCs, which isn't bad. But as I said, that'll put us on match point, guys. I'm going to update the brackets. I'm going to quickly sneak off a quick commercial break to really just drive home on this one. If you guys have missed out what's going on the Matcherino page, first off, exclamation mark Matcherino in chat. Secondly, I will be paying the difference. I'm guaranteeing $650 for prize money for this tournament, which means if we don't reach $650 on Matcherino, I will pay the difference. That's not coming out of the Base Trade TV sub fund or anything like that. This is like a passion tournament for Rifkin. Frankly, I needed something to do. I don't want to address too much of what that troll was bringing up in chat, but I'm kind of having the shit time in real life, and the more time I get to spend on stream, the less time I have to deal with real life, which is great. So I had no problem putting this tournament together. It's been a lot of fun. As I said, this tournament was meant to bring a lot of people together, even if we're not the only ones casting it. We got Wardy and others too. I'm having a great time. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to commercials. I'll see you guys soon. And I'll tell you what, because it was asked of in a weird way in chat, I'm going to paste some more of those skin codes in the Twitch chat for you. So we're going to post a Forged Void Ray, a Special Forces Battlecruiser, and a Simulant Overlord skin in the Twitch chat. First come, first serve. All right, folks, I'm going to fix up that score in here in just a second. It is game 5. Things are tied up 2-2, and this is the winner's match. So the winner goes through to the playoffs. The loser will play the group finals. We still have Soul versus Goblin, a TVP coming up next, and then the group finals. So 2 best-of-5s before we're all said and done with the day. But kicking things off here at the top left for the final match of these 2 particular players, we have the teamless Bly. And he had a little bit of something to say in the lobby. I'll comment on that in a second. For his opponent in the bottom right is the red Zerk player, Raynor. Now, Bly, I'm not sure it came from a place of confidence or cockiness. You tell me. But he's in the lobby and says, we should just let Raynor lose. After all, this should be a 3-0 already if I didn't mess up. To which Raynor's response was just kind of like, okay, buddy. So a little bit of smack talk going into this game. I do enjoy having Bly on for that point. He actually will smack talk more than other people will. And he tries to be playful and banter and all that good stuff about it. Some people take it seriously, some people don't. Either way, Bly is just fantastic to have around. He's very fun. So if our team's looking for a guy, he's got personality. Hey. But ultimately, I don't know. The ZVZ has really traded pacing back and forth very well. I think for me, I was most impressed by Raynor in that last game. His survival instincts and that lucky bandling hit, let's be honest, there was a little bit of luck, really brought him back to that game to the point where he could take this to the ace match, which is really awesome. But yeah, there's a lot to be said about what follows this up, and I think so much of this hinges on what the next match looks like. The big part of that, of course, is the highlight of is it Soul or is it Goblin who gets eliminated? Because the actual winner will be the one who fights one of these 2 in that group finals. Either way, if you guys haven't been keeping up to date with what's going on, yes, there is a group going on tomorrow, and yes, it'll be at the same time as today. That group is going to be really awesome, by the way, because, well, this one, it's kind of like whatever. There's some good variety tomorrow, too. We've got DNS versus Showtime, which, by the way, is just going to be an amazing PvP. I can tell you that already. Then Nurchio versus Clem. So 2 Protoss, Zerg, and a Terran. It's a pretty nice-looking group. Be sure you guys tune in for that one, too. That's going to be 5 more best-of-5s. Big thing in a Banjo Squid, by the way. I know you follow me on Twitter. I like seeing you liking my tweets. I notice you. Senpai notices. Thank you for the 4 months. Also, I don't know if you were here earlier, Zombie, when we were gushing about it, but congratulations on your first win today. 2 thumbs up. Told everybody to go buy your portrait. I don't know if they did or didn't, but well done. Well played. But as far as Match Arena stuff goes, guys, again, I just really want to drive home. We got 3 days to fill up this prize pool. Match Arena has given us up to $200 worth of codes we can redeem by using the coupon code SLEIGH. You can type !Match Arena in the chat to get a link to the page. It won't cost you anything. You don't got to enter your payment information or any shit like that. Just please use that coupon code so that I don't have to pay money is what I'm going towards here with this one. Because even if we raise no money for the fans, which we already have, which is cool, we can get up to $300 just from Match Arena alone. So I'm hoping we can cash in at least half this tournament's prize pool, which would be awesome. Slay is in Slay. Use Slay in a sentence. I rode my Slay. There you go. Overlord gets picked off over there. Lynx continue to run around. A little bit of chaos, but mostly scouting for Raynor, which is great. He sees the Evo chamber, which is a pretty big scout, but the problem is you can't tell what this is going to be. This is something where +1 armor used to be a bigger deal, and it was a great way to counter what happened with Banelings a lot of the time. But +1 melee will work out too in a weird way. It does give a lot of extra damage to the Lings for anything they surround, like Queens, for example. So if Bly's planning to play defensively, I don't like the upgrade. If Bly's planning to play aggressively, the +1 melee is actually pretty nice. Raynor's going to start Carapace, though, and I think Raynor thought Bly did Carapace. He doesn't have any vision of any links to click on right now to confirm that it's +1 melee. So funny enough, this +1 melee will not have any effect in terms of the actual Baneling fight here. If there is Baneling fight. The links actually get out of position. He's running across the map. This gives Raynor perfect opportunity to pounce on these queens. Oh shit, this is huge. 3 queens go down, and it costs him almost nothing to make this happen. Remember, if he had fought with the Lings, this would have been such an easy fight win for Bly. But Mr. 3-0 Cocky Pants over here, being out of position the way he was, maybe the Overlord was just bait? You be the judge, but Raynor just pulled off a really sick move. 3 queens for nothing like that is insane. Second Evo chamber is finished. I wonder if that's just a block or he's planning to use it for something. Bly, of course, was always going to take the better fight when it came to Ling versus Ling. That's where the +1 melee really shines through. However, there's more where that came from Raynor. He's going for +1 melee as well, so it's not just the block. He's actually gone for a second Evo chamber for the sake of an Evo chamber. I don't mind investing in the 1-1. I think Lings can actually get you a lot done in a game, especially where your opponent's playing Mutalisks, but looks like, ooh, I looked away for the wrong moment. Some Banelings got in there. 4 drones died. My bad, guys. I was really curious about these Lings because, well, 4 drones die. A third base is about to go down for Bly, unfortunately. This one Ling in the main base also killing some drones. Trying to. Okay, this one Ling in the main base unsuccessfully killing any drones. Okay, he got 1 kill. He got like 4 of these drones low and then didn't kill any but 1. He knows the timing on the Banelings here. He saw this. Easy kill. Easy clap. Queen's going to break here in a second. The question is whether these Banelings will be done in time or not. I think they will. They're cooking just right. His own Baneling's putting up here. Oh, he's got to back away. Both players making Baneling walls, which is awkward. This is the dumbest interaction in the CVC in the world that I hate, by the way, right? So as we all know, it takes 2 Banelings to kill 2 Banelings. Oh, 12 drones and a third deny. Jesus, Raynor. He's already dead. Stop killing him. But finishing my thought there. Yeah, 2 Banelings to kill any Baneling, but it takes 3 to kill the Cocoon for some reason. They just have a lot of extra health because reasons. So putting those in the wall to block was kind of a cute move because it would have forced Bly to waste a lot of his own Banelings to take care of his opponent's Banelings, and even then, which he didn't, cost him 12 drones. It's gonna be another base tonight if he's not careful. His own Banelings coming in for the fight. Not a bad trade at all. Oh, it takes out that last Baneling. That means this hatchery is gonna get canceled. Bly's trying to do some stuff on the other side of the field, but I mean, the queens are on top of it. Raynor is on this game. This is so ridiculous. This ZVZ looks so one-sided. Oh, the queen's not in the wall. The Lings run in. This means the Mutas have to stay at home and defend instead of running across the map. He's going to sneak out a couple of Banelings if he can. Pretty classic move, though. Everyone sees this coming. Lings in the natural, kill a queen. Drone's going to be up next. Mutas a kill on this, but not fast enough. 14 drones, 15 drones die. Let's not forget, he still has snuck in a couple of these bad boys in clear view of the Overlord, too. So let's hope Bly hasn't forgotten. I think he's not paying attention. No, no. Oh, not even a GG. That's a painful loss. Before we leave, how many drones died that game? 42. Oh, jeez. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Raynor will escape the group in first place. Congratulations to him. Yay! That will sadly mean Bly is going to fall down to the group finals, but that's not necessarily a problem. It means we get a little bit more Bly. He gives interesting games to be sure. But with Raynor advancing, that's great. Question is, who does Bly end up fighting? Of course, if you guys have not been paying attention, to be saying this like a gajillion times, it is going to be Soul versus Goblin coming up next. And this one will be live. No replays this time around. So here's a quick look at the bracket screen as we go to a commercial break. Get this sorted up, do vetoes, etc. So, Raiders' response, by the way, was almost 3-0 next time, buddy. Oh, shit. Fucking... All right, guys. Hello and welcome back once again. I'm actually, before we get into the game, I'm going to play my War Chest ad. A, because it's a funny video, fucking suck it up. And secondly, this is real. Like, I want you guys to buy the War Chest with our... I'm not here to convince you to go buy the War Chest. But if you were already going to buy the War Chest, I hope you'll do it through our affiliate link if you want to unlock those cool building skins and other stuff in game. Feeling uneasy about StarCraft's future? The future. Are you unsure if you can afford a War Chest? War Chest. What about WCS? WCS. Well, don't fucking worry. Quit it. Check out the War Chest. Quit wasting your day grinding the ladder and losing those precious ladder points. For a limited time, you can level up your War Chest, unlock skins just by simply watching Base Trade TV. Monday through Sunday. Sunday. Lots of skins. Hell yeah, there are. Buildings too. We also get part of the sale. Cash money. Just use our unique link or click below the stream. Contributions from the War Chest will go towards funding BTSL Season 3. While the War Chest and the affiliation we have with it are thanks to Blizzard, please understand that the thoughts, opinions, shitposts, and memes we represent do not represent Blizzard Entertainment. There are no side effects. This isn't a drug, but if it was and if there were, they would include making him slightly taller, muscle definition, sexual appeal, larger general sense of well-being, and the inability to be tilted on the ladder thanks to all the cool skins you have now to show off. Speaking of building skins, here's a joke for the road. The War Chest is like an emotional wedding. Everything comes in tears. God damn it! Fuck! That's not damn. Okay, hey guys, welcome back. It's game number 1. It's a fresh series, a best of 5, to be sure. The loser of this will be eliminated from the tournament. I hate saying everything twice, but thanks to the way we structured the tournament, each player will get at least $25 for last place. But of course, it gets to be way more the further you go. In the bottom left, we have the blue Protoss Goblin from Infinity Gaming. And as one of the top right, the red Terran, it's once again Soul from Wind and Rain. Oh shit, apparently Lost Jinjo just won the amateur tournament. Congratulations on winning the final amateur tournament of 2018, dude. Real proud of you, bro. Good job. I should actually talk a little bit on that. So here's the thing, guys. The amateur tournament was supposed to be this really cool idea. The idea, of course, devolved over time. Part of this was made with the intention of Blizzard giving it a lot of support. We got 2 tweets throughout the year. It's kind of whatever. And on top of this, like, we were supposed to cast the games, but the times ended up being really bad. Players didn't want to wait for half of them. And there's a lot of things where if we do the amateur tournament again for 2019, we need to fix. But I think the biggest problem we experienced all year was, like, signups were pretty bleak unless I was on stream saying, hey guys, go sign up right now. And even then, signups were like okay at best. So what I would really appreciate from anyone who played in the BTSL Amateur this tournament, this year even, it didn't have to be today, if you played in any of the BTSL Amateur tournaments this year and you have any feedback, positive or negative is fine, but if you have any kind of feedback, please go post it in the BTSL Amateur chat on Discord so that we can look at possibly restructuring it if we decide to bring it back for 2019. But for 2019, it really depends what our spending budget is going to look like. To decide whether we can do more amateur stuff or not. Because like I said, it was never like a volunteer job. Like I was paying Dares to make sure you guys were handled and he was guiding you through and all that stuff. But wow, Goblin is handling this very fucking poorly. Like embarrassingly bad. What are you doing, Goblin? You have an adept out. Oh god, he lost 4 probes, but on top of this, all that lost mining from just pulling the probes. Yikes. I knew Goblin wasn't looking too good in his first series, but you know the logic was versus Bly. Bly was kind of hard countering him from the get-go. On top of this, he was played last night, so a different mindset. He's coming to this series versus Soul, and it's not starting off great. Not gonna say he's gonna lose the whole series because of that one little interaction just now, but that was not a great indicator of how this is supposed to go. Laser SCQ says I did play. I don't have anything in particular to say. I just had fun, and that was really it. You know what, dude? Messages like that work really well, but do me a favor. Go write it in Discord, because, dude, Twitch chat is like a goldfish's memory. Like, when it's out of Twitch chat, I will not remember what the fuck we were talking about. What ladder was the Amateur League supposed to be? We rotated it pretty much. So, like, 1 week it would be gold and below, 1 week it would be diamond and below. We wanted to try and give everybody a chance, really, at the end of the day. But, okay, this is turning to be a little bit more dedicated than I thought it was going to be. So, Resonating Glaives is a fine upgrade. No criticisms there. Oh, big stretch. 1 sec, guys. It's been like 20 minutes. Claim your XP on the war chest. Remember to go stretch. Oh. But okay. This is an attack that works a lot better versus Zerg than it does versus Terran. I feel like if he doesn't just straight up die to the Banshee, forget the cloak. There's just no anti-air, right? If he doesn't just straight up die to the Banshee on the other side of the map, he's still going to have trouble breaking past this because, like, the depots at the top of the ramp should be raised. If those depots are raised, then the siege tank and the bunker should hold. Like, what Goblin's doing, I think, would be fine if his opponent was Zerg. I don't think it'll work versus Terran, but I guess we'll see. Maybe I'll get proved wrong here. Either way, the Banshee goes in. It's funny watching her use cloak. She really doesn't use cloak. Oh, he decides to focus the tank down instead of the bunker. That was actually clever. Of course, dropping a mule right where the adepts are fighting seems a little bit, we'll say, ambitious. That being said, no matter how good this attack goes, this Banshee's on 12 probe kills on the other side of the map, just sitting above that mineral line. So, like, 15 SCVs died. What's crazy is Soul didn't have to do this. If Soul just pulled back to the main base, well, these adepts, they would have killed a couple of depots. Like, not a big deal. And I don't think he realized just how much he was getting away with on the other side of the field either. So, while this should have been something that was really easy to deal with, I feel like Soul handled it in a strange way, I'll say. Strange with an asterisk. I mean, they both killed almost the exact same amount of workers. 18 to 19. Natural base up for both. But Goblin's going to tap out after the attack. Can't say that he was looking great on the supply, I guess, but I don't know if those tap out worthy. Either way, Goblin dies in game 1. Should have played that out. I kind of agree, but okay, so here's the logic. I'm going to devil's advocate on Goblin's side, right? He did just like all in with all of his adepts. He got out with 2 alive. I don't think he was aware how tough it was for Soul to recover from that position due to the information he had. Because as far as he knows, Soul actually has a ton of units up on the high ground just waiting to rally in. We know that he didn't, but Goblin didn't. And I think that's probably why, combined with Cloak, is just too much. Like, he didn't have a Robo, so he wasn't going to get an Observer out. The idea that he just had a shield battery really was his only form of defense. Like, I don't know. It just, I get why he left. I know it looks really abrupt and awkward, guys, but I totally get why he left. Saul just says I bet proxy gates now. We'll see if his call's right. All right, it's Port Alexander for game number 2. See you guys on the map. All right, game number 2 kicks off in this best of 5. Spawning here to the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player Goblin. And just on the top left, going to be the blue Terran player Soul. One Banshee did the damage that 6 Adepts suicided for. Like, here's the thing though, right? The Banshee can also be shut down to do almost no damage. For example, if Goblin knew that attack was coming, I do want to highlight before the game was over, he did build a shield battery in his main base. And if you guys don't know the interaction with that, the shield battery will make that Banshee take 5 shots to kill a probe instead of 2. It takes so long. And while the shield battery may eventually run out of energy, typically that buys you time to deal with the Banshee more effectively. I think that had Goblin realized what was truly going on, maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds sooner than it happened, I think we would have seen a shield battery and 1 less adept. I think that would have been more than enough to hold off that Banshee attack and stop him from losing like 18 plus probes. And I think that maybe the game looks a little bit more playable, but yeah. Wait, what's this? Anyone have that amazing montage of people making great plays and Rifkin freaking the hell out? If you're talking about the montage you play in stream from time to time, it is up on our YouTube channel. I can also just play it instead of commercials. So here's the thing, guys, right? I love playing videos like those instead of commercials, but the problem is if I play them too frequently, then they become boring and stale and stupid. So if you guys want, I can totally play that video after this game for instead of the commercial break. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on with StarCraft right now, and I think obviously this war chest incentive, whether it's the affiliation and giving Base Trade TV $1 or $2 from each sale, or whether it's just watching the stream to earn XP is really cool. I like the direction things are going, and I hope to see cool improvements like this continue on. I mean, you guys know me, I speak my mind very often. It's a big part of why a lot of people don't like me, frankly. I've obviously had my ins and outs with Blizzard, and I'm very critical of them. But I will say this, I think their initiative of what they're doing, I think the goals of what they're trying to do with this war chest, I think they're all great. And there's a lot of people like second guessing it, which I find a little annoying, but at the same time, like, I'm not representative of the war chest in terms of like, I didn't make it, so I don't really care if you guys like it or hate it. I will say that from the streamer perspective and from my perspective personally, I love what they're doing with this whole like incentivize people to watch the stream, right? Like it's not, hey, you have to watch the stream to earn XP, but it's like, hey, you can also, in addition to doing what you're already doing, watch the stream to earn XP. For me, that's like a really cool pathway that they're taking. And to be clear, while we're at the summit and stuff, we don't learn about cool information like this. Like we had no idea this war chest thing was going to happen like this at all. All of us learned about this like at the same time, way after BlizzCon. 2018, we like it when you speak your mind. Here's the problem though, and I'm learning this more and more. I've really prided. Oh, he's gonna try and juke out the Widow Mine. That's kind of cool, actually. I've really prided what we've done with Base Trade TV because we built this with a lot of integrity and we built this with transparency in mind. The problem that I'm finding very annoying though is that there's a lot of ignorance, and ignorance does not mesh well with transparency, and people have been like very messed that up. People have been trying to use that against me lately, which obviously doesn't work because we're transparent, so our numbers are there, my thoughts are there, but it has been something that's like a double-edged sword, I guess. I don't know. The event thing at the top. Yo, you guys are where the event thing at the top doesn't actually take up any screen space, right? It's just like an extra banner. I can see why you might think it's annoying, but you're not missing anything by having it there. Alright, well, as the medevac heads out, this does have injured Marines, but more importantly, a Widow Mine in it. Goblin seems to be pretty fragile today, and I do fear this might cause a bit too much damage. He could do the strategic recall and come back home, but he doesn't know this is coming until it hits. Yeah, this scares everything out of the natural base pretty quick. His army chooses to recall home. Interesting, he splits off, keeps the Adept on the other side of the field, but oh, he recalls into the Widow Mine. Oh, jeez. Not good. Pulling some probes here, I think would be appropriate. A probe for yet. How have I never made that joke before? Maybe I haven't forgot. Point is, yeah, he was so oversaturated, he could have fully mined and still pulled probes, but Goblin's not dealing with this very well at all. He is struggling to clean this up. Medevac gets a little bit low, but I really don't think Soul's doing anything super special. We're just seeing Goblin get a little bit of bad luck and miscontrol combined, making this look so much worse than it actually is. Like recalling on top of the Widow Mine. Okay, that kind of sucks, right? It happens. The Adept split transfer for the Widow Mine juke on the other side of the map. That's a little more on Goblin than it is on Soul, but still like a little lucky. This Adept's going to try and force out some friendly fire. Didn't work out so well. Oh, I'll Banshee in the main base too. I didn't want to say it because of VBM, but my silence there was asking internally, will he tap out to this? And it looks like the answer is yes. Soul takes a 2-0 lead in the elimination match. That's not over yet. He still has one more win before he locks this down, but Goblin's gonna have to fight for his life. I can play that montage you guys were asking for, like I said, instead of commercials. So enjoy this. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. We'll be back with game 3 soon. Oh shit, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1! That's what I really love about the way he bopped and weaved the medevac. He knew that would be the main attraction. He knew that'd be the big target. So it kind of like forced the stalkers to stay in range of the cyclones.
Oh my god.
Save the cyclone!
Okay, he's gonna lose maybe one more marine there. The cyclone is finally here to save the day.
Nice micro. Keeps those stalkers alive. So sick! Oh, that was so sick!
It's literally energy, though. Energy on the oracles, energy on the shield battery.
Our stats is 1 probe. That's what I mean.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Are you real? Oracles are so good. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
Why did David freaking kill? Right? Well, hold up. No, this is interesting. Were the oracles out of juice? GG. Oh my god, what Patience was supposed to win? What? Also, look at this. It's the only time we're gonna see a Terran symbol.
You get a good point.
Brilliant, actually. It's pretty much, yeah, I think this should have been obvious, I think.
133 kicks in, he might have an easy time, but the fact that there's constant backstab here is just going to be so
Oh man!
like, actually taking these engagements, keeping his cool for the most part while everything was going sideways. You're like getting about.
Oh, I tried to trap the ultras with the tools so they could get him with the liberators. That was so cool! GG! All right, guys, we're back and getting into game. That's the wrong score. Let me fix this up. It's a best of 5. He's up 2-0, and he's so close to locking this series down. We have on the left side of the map the red Terran player Soul, with his opponent on the top right. In a bit of trouble today, we do have the blue Protoss Goblin. Good luck, have fun, Goblin. You got a long road to recovery, but man, I love that mule block. Great job. Yo, that wasn't, of course, me. That was Bjorn, which, oh man, I'm sad. If you guys haven't seen the news, Bjorn will be joining and doing his military service come January. He actually put out a tweet this morning. I'm going to read this verbatim on stream because I don't want to mess this up. I thought it was a pretty awesome, sad message. Oh, apparently, where is this Twitter? Well, we got a proxy coming down. Let's quickly highlight that. But here we go. He says, and he writes this in both English and Korean, but he writes in English, "Hello, I'm Bjorn. I don't know how to broach this. After much consideration, I decided to join the army on January 29th, 2019. Might surprised by the sad news, but I want to say I'm sorry and appreciate those who have been cheering for me. Always be healthy and happy. Goodbye." And it's such a sad thing, because, like, the reality is, 2 years from now, he's coming back. I don't know. Like, a lot of these guys who went to the military, of all of them, Tasia's the only one. Like, we've had MMA, we've had Parting, we've had a lot of these guys come and go, and it's just like, well, Parting didn't really do military. Parting went to China. Same difference, though. The point is, like, I hope Bjorn is back. I pray that Bjorn will be back. I'm just sad that he has to go in the first place. I really hate this military service bullshit. Oh, Monty Yoon's in the chat. Monty, dude, I've been waiting. I've got your 10 fucking Christmas balls that have been sitting next to my computer this whole time. Because I didn't hear from you whether you wanted me to dump them on the tree or hang them up. But I've got all 10. Your names are written on them. I've been waiting until next time I saw you. I didn't want to do it while you were gone, dude. So just let me know. Also, hello and good morning to you. Reaper means you kite this out a little bit. Problem is, Soul doesn't have a lot of information. He didn't see the proxy gates. He didn't get across the map to confirm anything. He's got basically no information going into this. And while the bunker's coming down, I guess he was like playing a little bit predicting this. Like he tried to call proxy in the lobby. He wasn't wrong. Loses the Reaper, but the Marauder comes out. The Marauder will be pretty good for this. Concussor Shell will hold a lot of this in place too. Monty says, dump them on the Christmas tree. Okay, dude, I got you. We'll do that. We'll do that after this series is done. If this is a 3-0, no problem. Yeah, okay, cool. I got it. I got you. Now, as a Stargate follow this up, too, Goblin is going deep with this. And I think if this Stargate ends up being like a Void Ray all-in, I would love that, by the way. It's gross, it's stupid, but with the proximity here, he does open up with the Oracle first. I mean, if he heads to the mineral lines, it's 3 shots to kill an SCV, but they still die pretty quick. Emphasis here went to a Cyclone, which is good because the Cyclone can chase off the Oracle. Kind of limited, though. Bjorn is tired of microing his Marines and became one. Oh, fuck. Is that a good joke? I don't actually know. I love it, though. He hates the military requirement that keeps Korea safe. Look, my problem is more that there needs to be a military requirement in the first place. Do you understand? I'm not saying like, oh my god, it's stupid that Korea has a way to stay safe. What I'm saying is it's stupid that Korea needs to have military service in the first place. And it's not Korea's fault. Well, it's one of Korea's faults. But they're supposed to be working towards peace. Look, I don't fucking know the politics of it, guys. I just know that we lose a lot of great players to military service. And it sucks that there's no way out of it. Like, ooh, ooh. It is mandatory. All right, 2 oracles are out now. 3rd one on the way. He's really diving deep with this. It's kind of cool medevac micro. I didn't really highlight that out of Soul. I like that pickup to cancel the oracle from killing the cyclone. Keeping it alive for a follow-up attack. Gives it a second lock-on buddy here as he chases this army down. The oracles do come in, but he can just break the lock-on with the medevac. Or not the lock-on, the oracle damage. I'm saying this totally backwards. But the point is he can dodge out the oracles if he needs to. Lock-on is just going to be more powerful, I think, in every interaction here. So Soul's a little delayed. He doesn't finish up the bunker. He could cancel this. Yeah, he finishes it up. Okay. Goblin, of course, on 2 bases, but not really a lot of tech following this up. It is Blink, however, so there will be something. Stalkers can maybe hop on that medevac a little bit easier. With the medevac going down, some of these oracles have a little bit more power. Ooh. Ooh, the dynamic shifts. Yeah, this war chest stuff, guys, I know it's so awkward to figure out the first time, but once you've got it set up, you're good to go. So if you guys don't know yet, again, you click the little icon down here. It should be somewhere down here in the bottom middle of your screen. Click that, go to settings, give it permission. If your Battle.net account's linked to your Twitch account, then you're good to go. Then over here on the left somewhere, every 20 minutes, you just click claim XP and you get 50,000 XP in game for your war chest, which is a lot. It's like playing a couple games of StarCraft, which is nice. Except in this case, you get to watch StarCraft. Does pick up a stalker there. Okay, not bad. Wait, what job am I missing on chat here? Oh, yeah, guys, as it turns out, I, as the channel owner, am exempt from my own rules because extreme nepotism. So, yeah. Don't get baited. Don't get baited. Do as I say, not as I do. Is that the phrase? Is that the shitty quote? Something like that? Cyclone gets another lock on. It's not killing the oracles, but it is keeping them from going too deep. The one thing I'm a little surprised about is we don't have any stasis traps placed down. If you could trap 1 or 2 of these cyclones, oh boy, you could just kill the rest of what that army is, but... Goblin is coming up on 3 bases. He's not super all in with this, but it is kind of still dedicated, what with all of his production units being over here. Oh, this is stasis trap, okay. So now I removed it from the left, I don't get XP. No, you'll still get... So, look, I don't know the interactions on this, guys. I'm not the developer of the extension mod, but I do know this much. If you minimize it, you still get XP, don't worry. Like, as long as the stream is open, it's tracking it. So if you've minimized it, you can't reopen it for some reason, you'll still get the XP whenever you come back and can claim it. Like, it still generates over time. You just have to actually be able to claim it is all. Which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. There's problems. It's obviously not perfect and blah, 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 blah. Big unload, stims in. Sees the stasis trap, goes for the kill. Nice pick off. Stasis trap to the south grabs a lot of Marines, though. That's not too bad. Goblin still, though, with mostly stalkers, cannot really take this fight. I didn't buy anything, so this is useless, I guess. Yeah, if you don't have the war chest, you can't earn XP for the war chest. Although that would be kind of an interesting feature to like be able to earn XP, so if you did buy it later. I don't know. Widowmine's going to burrow, but they get picked off pretty quick by the oracles. No focus fire on the tank. Instead, he's just in full retreat once again. Goblin just got no army supply to really work with here, man. He's got that 1-1, which is nice, but stalkers are just so bad against bio. Obviously, add in a cyclone, add in a tank, and that just makes things worse, but... Now he's finally got charge lots. This could start changing the course of things. Big rally out of souls. He continues just to streamline across the map. A lot of little red dotted lines. Zealots come in, but that friendly fire not going to happen. The Widowmine actually gets a great shot off. Second Widowmine not even going to need to shoot. That's how quickly he's killing the army. I hate to say it, guys, but this is looking like we're heading in the direction of a 3-0. This game, I wish we would have had more games like this out of Goblin today. It's unfortunate because I don't think he really got to show off how good he is. I think if you guys have never seen Goblin before and you see these 2 best of 5s, you think, like, what a trash player. How did he get invited to this tournament? But I want to make it very clear. I picked who we invited to this tournament. And Goblin is a guy I will pick time in and time out. He's great. He's dedicated. He's loyal. He shows up on time. Well, when applicable. And unfortunately, I just think today was just not a good showing for him. It sucks because, yeah, I had a lot higher hopes for him. At the same time, though, this means we're going to have, what, Soul versus Rainer in the rematch? No, Soul versus Bly, excuse me. Right, Rainer won. That twist of turnaround. Yeah, as you guys are saying in chat, exactly. He's just having a bad day. This fight's not even going that badly for him, by the way, towards the end of the game here. Ultimately, I think Soul still got this, but diving a little bit too deep, overstimming a little bit much, and these medevacs being as low as they are, Soul definitely needs to regroup himself here. Ugh. Sorry, guys, I need another big stretch. It's one of those days. You know, it's been raining where I live for like 2 weeks straight. I think yesterday was the first day of no rain, but it only lasted for like 4 hours. It's just so gloomy. It's December. Where's my snow? It's almost Christmas. Trading out here a little bit. 2-2 Zealots are pretty good. Like, I'm not even going to get balance whiny about this. This isn't the point of this comment, but like if there was something that could bring Goblin back into it, it would be these charge lots. Look how long it's taken to chew through them to get to the Stalkers. GG still get called ultimately. Soul will take the series with a 3-0. Sadly, Goblin will be eliminated, but lucky for him, there is an 8th place guaranteed prize pool. Again, if you guys haven't seen the Matcherino page, the way this is set up is that we're aiming to raise $650. We can get 300 from Matcherino. They put in 100. Then there's 200 through coupon codes of using the code Sleigh. And then I will pay the difference of whatever we're missing at the end of the tournaments. So if you guys got a couple of bucks rattling around, you want to put it towards StarCraft 2 tournament stuff, it's a great cause. Other than that, just, hey, fucking enjoy the show. Watch some commercials. I didn't play ads before, so I'm going to play them now for sure. I'm going to go update the bracket screen. Before I do that, though, this Soul versus Bly in the final match today. What's this thing over here? Also, I got those balls from Monty. So actually, before I play commercials, like I don't want to dump the outside bits. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, so Monty, just like showing you, by the way, I did take the time to write. I don't want to show you every fucking ball here, but I did write your name on all these different balls. Okay, so this one's for Monty and team. Merry Christmas. God. All right. Go to commercials. See you guys soon. Okay, guys, we're back. Thanks for watching the break. As we get into game, we're almost good to go. Quick shout out to some of the people who threw some bucks here into the prize pool, by the way. Laser SCQ threw in $3 to some StarCraft 2 supporter Riffy, so he has a few bucks less he has to pay, flies away. Irazino donated $10, which is awesome. I see some people using the Wardy things that we know came from Wardy's stream. Laser Debt actually contributed $20 as well. Thank you for that, dude. And a lot of people just contributing an extra buck or two, which is awesome. Like whether it's the $1 free promo code or whether it's like $3 you had it rattling around. Either way, the prize pool for this tournament now is up to $340.70. Wait, how the fuck is it at 70 cents? Who donated 70 cents? Hang on, I'm gonna find that on this list. Who the fuck donated CPP Maniac donated 370. Wardy greater than Riff. Riff greater than Wardy. I'm having loyalty issues here. What a guy. All right. Thank you guys very much for helping out so far. Let me see if everybody is ready. If they are, we'll just hop into it. It's the last game of the day. It's the last best of 5, I should say, of the day. Bly versus Soul is going to be a TVZ. Let's hop into it. It starts off now on Cerulean Fall. Okay, folks, this is the final best of 5 today. Like I said, though, we're going to be back tomorrow and the day after. A lot more of these games, a lot more of this group action happening. So mark it down on your calendar. Tomorrow, like I said, bright and early. But spawning here in the top right side of the map, we have the red Terran player from Wind and Rain. It's Soul. And as one to the bottom left, the blue Zerg player, it's Bly. All right, now Bly had words and cockiness versus Rainer. I don't know how he's feeling when he comes up against Soul here. I think that this is one of those series where I'm going to say that if Soul gets to the late game, like if Bly lets Soul get to 4 bases and get to Ghost Tech, I think Bly loses every time. But Bly being the more aggressive player, not necessarily going to throw all in after all in at Soul, but I think if he can keep Soul from getting to that comfortable late game stride, we'll see Bly take this series. Either way, the best part about all of this, though, is that the other group only has 1 Zerg in it. So we can't possibly have an all Zerg playoffs. There will have to be at least 1 non-Zerg there. So Nurchio is, of course, the only other Zerg in the other group. But yeah, so tomorrow the players playing are going to be DNS versus Showtime and Nurchio versus Clem. So it's a PvP and a ZVT. All starting at 8 a.m. Pacific, which I think is 8, 9, 10, 11 Eastern, and 5 p.m. CET. So same as today. I'm actually really curious what the playoffs of this are going to end up looking like. Obviously, we're going to have a bit of a mismatch day over there. There'll be 2 best of 5s, a best of 3, and a best of 7. But yeah, that'll be happening on the 23rd. Zerg players, dance game. Yeah. Other than that, man, it's just been a bit of a wind down towards Christmas. I've been doing this stuff. I don't know if anyone here likes co-op. I've tried to upload a very different style of co-op video recently. Somebody had requested I just do the normal co-op weekly mutations, so I did, and that was cool and whatever. Then I thought to myself, like, what if I tried to do the co-op missions, but in, like, the worst way possible? So my first excerpt with this was playing Tychus with all the wrong outlaws. By the way, turns out Cannonball is actually amazing. You guys should totally play Cannonball sometime if you play co-op. Dude does like 500 damage. But I've been trying and I can't get it to work. I have lost so many co-op games this week. I've been trying to play Phoenix with Sentry only, which, by the way, is a bad thing when this week's mutation is bonus armor to other units. It's not been working out very good for me, but I'm intent on making it happen. I just gotta get a good co-op partner to carry me through it, I guess. Through one of the random queues. But yeah, I don't know if you guys are interested in that kind of content or not. I know co-op's not for everybody, but if you are, and you want to see more videos like that, because I'm aiming for funny more than educational, let me know. Because the hardest thing is like knowing what you guys want. Because some of the stuff I post that I think is really cool gets like no views, and then some of the stuff I don't care about gets lots of views. So, you know, it's like just up in the air with question marks. But we got a taste of Soul versus Zerg earlier when he was playing against Raynor. One thing I will say that I don't think was dependent on Raynor. I think Soul really just he didn't impress me with his battlecruisers. His control seemed off, his strategy was sound, but the execution was poor. It's one of these things where Bly doesn't come in with a fast overlord like Raynor was doing, so he doesn't quite confirm that there's a fusion core in the back. So he might not make the extra spore crawlers necessary, but I hope he still makes the extra queens, because even if he doesn't know what this is going to be, having 6 queens is not too bad, just as a general way to open. Spoiler alert, queens are pretty good. Oh, I also forgot to change the title of the stream. Let me go do that really quick. Pardon-moi. Soul versus Bly. There we go. A couple of shots getting fired off here. Nothing too crazy. Things getting a little bit toasty, but of course, it's all going to come down to how this battlecruiser gets used. If you guys, I don't want to shit talk Soul. That's not the intention of this, but it really was not that great watching his battlecruiser. It could have just been an off game. Maybe Raynor was just too well prepared. Question mark? Question mark? Either way, I think this BC, well, it could be a game changer. We'll keep an eye on it. It'll be finished here in a few moments. Leoman's in the chat. What's up, dude? How let's go for this run by, but the queens are here. A couple drones might die, but yeah, that's not much. Letting run by for the counter. Maybe grabs the depot or two. Either way, that battlecruiser did go same way he did it before. Very far corner. Bly's got a spore crawler. He's actually got a couple of spore crawlers up. Looks like he was ready for this, by the way. I guess you can kind of just expect it from Terrans, and maybe that blind guess made it worthwhile. But he never did see the fusion core, and he never even saw a tech lab for the starport. So, like, Bly flipped a coin here and got really lucky. Otherwise, that's a really expensive investment in the extra spores. Either way, Soul's going to back away from this with his battlecruiser feeling a little bit damaged and a little bit worse for wear. Double armories coming down behind this. Bly goes for counterattack now with the roaches. I keep saying counterattack, but realistically, it's just an attack, isn't it? You know, the harass doesn't really necessitate a counter. I don't know. Either way, Prince Morganti coming with some sweet music. 56 months, no cute message, just base trade. What's up, Prince Morganti? How you doing, man? Thanks for the sub. The double armory is a pretty big thing for Bly to have seen, by the way. It was questionable whether this would be mech to follow it up or not. Now he knows for sure that it's going to be mech. The tank's a little bit much here. The Hellions can chase down these roaches too, so they can't entirely just walk away from this. Oh, that low battlecruiser from earlier is going to move and shoot with the roaches. Bly is going to lose everything here. Oh, that other battlecruiser went right across the map. But as I had said, Bly did put down extra spore crawlers at all his bases, so he should be okay. There's no Yamato cannon, by the way. I just want to highlight that. That was not the investment Soul made for this game. Which seems odd, but I guess if you don't plan to make more than like a single battlecruiser or two, it's fine. It's still just like a free kill on a lot of units. Repairs up this bad boy. What's repair? Is it like 20? It's 20 or 25%. Maybe 30? No, 25 sounds right. Anyways, it's a percentage cost of the unit. It's like repairing a battlecruiser from like dead to full is like 99 minerals. It's not cheap. How about let's push that off? There's an attack on the left side poison set up here too. Tanks are in siege at the moment, but they're split, so we should still be okay. Might lose a tank for this. Almost doesn't. Okay, that's kind of close. Bly continues to poke in with the roaches, being very annoying. A couple of very choice cancels here, but these were, I think, mostly just going up to be part of a wall more than anything else. Scan goes down to the natural. Sees a Spire. Good call out of Soul. So a lot of drones that just came out of Bly though too. So he's sitting on 78 workers right now. Does he have Yamato? No, guys. He does not have Yamato cannon. It's okay though because he's not investing more battlecruisers, so there's no need. And battlecruisers actually, their anti-air is not bad against non-corruptor style units. Like, the problem is their air attack only does 5 damage. It's not very much at all. So things like mutas would still die pretty quickly to a battlecruiser, but not a corruptor, for example. Nicely done by the roaches. Almost friendly fires down the other tank. Attack on the other side of the map, that's going to cost him. Battlecruiser's with us too, so that's a dead hatchery for sure. It's a little bit risky staying here, but of course he can teleport the battlecruisers out in a pinch. Cyclones can get a lock on or two, maybe grab a Mutalisk. I mean, the Hellions could outrun this too, but at the end of the day, he'll trade out pretty well. The Mutas will take a long time to kill these battlecruisers. And even then, like I said, he just teleport out of there. Okay. He does that ahead of time. I like this actually. Just trying to get on top of this because the mutas would be a pain to catch otherwise. People cheering for the Jaedong mutas. I don't know. Mutas are very different in that game. Battlecruisers are, of course, very different in that game. But these guys are holding on not too badly. The SCV's going for some repairs. The mutas pick off some very... I like the target, actually. He knows he can't kill the battlecruisers, so wasting attacks on them would be pointless. So instead, he decides to pick off a tank or two, grab some of the Cyclones on the way out, too. I mean, Bly loses 15 mutas, so I'm not going to make the argument that that was necessarily quote-unquote worth it, but it was a good use of mutas that were probably going to die. So it's one of those situations where he made the best of it, but that was still not... Like, for Bly, they're so expensive. Each muta is a lot of gas and minerals this early in the game. Alright, so it's like 4 battlecruisers going down, actually. Or at least the cost of it. Mutas are not cheap. He's going back into more battlecruisers, by the way, and I want to note he is investing in the upgrades, so I'm wondering if he'll think about Yamato. Yamato, for me, is not a big priority upgrade, but it is something where, you know, as units start getting out of range, you can do that Yamato cannon on them, and I don't think there's anything in the game that can dodge a Yamato, except for, like, neural parasiting, interrupt it. Even then, I think they fixed it, right? I don't know. So, Yamato does start up finally, a little bit late, but hey, you know what? It's a short upgrade. It'll be done in 40 seconds. That'll help out the battlecruisers. Grab a couple extra one-shots here. The Infestors are an interesting choice, though, for a couple different reasons. I think, sadly, Neural Parasite is just like such a good ability to have versus battlecruisers in the first place, if you're going to see a lot of them, which we don't yet, but hey, it's a good backup plan. But the new fungal growth's kind of interesting, too, the way it keeps units from using their escapes. Oh, the irony of building armor getting destroyed due to a lack of building armor is not lost on me. Alright, holds the attack to the top side. Pretty well done out of Soul. Both players have pretty much gotten close to the point of maxing out. It is going to be Neural Parasite coming up, too. So here's the thing about Neural, right? Like, if you see this coming, you, like, luck out and do it properly, whatever. Like, you can dodge the Neural Parasite entirely with the battlecruiser by teleporting. But typically what ends up happening is the Zerg players, they might control your battlecruiser just for no other reason than to teleport and use it on top of the army. It's a sick way to keep them from escaping. And, of course, you can't move while fungled to, or excuse me, you can't recall. Teleport? Whatever you want to call it. What is it called, actually? Tactical jump while fungal growth. You can't pick up the medevac. Fungal growth has had a lot of very interesting immobilization additions to it. Oh, that's not a fight that's going to go too well. Oh, neither is that. That many Cyclones locking onto something, that dies quick. Bly's having some troubles here. I think the Neural Parasite is so close to finishing. He's trying to take the fight a little too soon. 10 seconds, too fast. The Yamato cannons down every one of the Infestors. A little bit late on the teleport out, of course, but hey, you know what? That ends up being not too bad for Soul. Loses a couple battlecruisers, of course, or just one, but... Banelings are interesting. I guess if there's Hellbats, the Banelings could be useful, but as far as this goes, Mass Hydra is something that works. Not against the battlecruisers so efficiently, but that's where the Neural Parasite comes in. There's a video from Home Story Cup We actually recently uploaded it to our YouTube. Quick shout out to youtube.com/SpaceStreetTV. It is Euthermal versus Rainer, where you actually saw a composition very similar to what Soul has, destroying somebody who took a few extra series to figure out how to deal with it. If Bly watched that or just knows how to deal with this, and I think he does, by the way, he's just going Mass Hydra. It could work with the lack of air support, but the second Soul transfers over to the Liberators, and more notably gets Liberator range, the Hydras lose all their power all over again. So right now, these are the answer for the ground army, but even then, forget the Cyclones, forget the Liberators. Blue Flame Hellions still trade out pretty decently with Hydras. So emphasizing once more that even though they don't have speed, that's where the Banelings are really going to come into play. Just built Scourge! There's so many Zerg players out there who were like, they read that sentence and they're like, yeah, I wish we could. I don't know if Scourge would be good or not in the multiplayer. They are, of course, super hella broken when they are on the opposite side of you in co-op. Like, oh cool, I have an air army. Oh shit, I didn't see that one Scourge. I had an air army. I think Zagara gets to make them too, they're pretty fun. And choosing to abduct instead of blinding cloud, it'll help take care of the air units, but not so much the ground units. Those tanks still firing from the back line. Liberators continue to siege up. These Liberators do not. Oh, they do have range. I didn't even see them research that. So Liberator range is done. Bly is finding it very difficult to engage into this. Credit where it's due to Soul. He's playing this out really well. Especially after all the criticism provided here based off of his previous play, but some of that might have had something to do with the fact that it's Rainer, of course. Bottom right really doesn't have a lot of protection. Battle cruisers are pretty much unchallenged for this. They can't even flank from behind. The tanks are set up in the middle of the map to prevent that. That's a really nice move out of Soul. He's had a CC floating in the top left, by the way, for like 5 minutes now. It's triggering the hell out of him. He finally starts moving it over to take that base, and with that, really just secures base dominance here over Bly, which, as a Zerg player, you never really want to have happen. Poor drones. Not a single one makes it out. Well, these two do. Currently up to 19 Cyclones. I look at that as 19 different lock-ons, which is kind of tough to deal with. I'm grabbing another Infestor. I like the instant teleport away, because there's no chance to get Neural Parasites. Which Bly really wants, by the way. Like, you just... The fungal to hold the army in place is fine. It's when Hydras can actually deal some damage, because they can't chase that well. But without that Neural Parasite, you can't take on the battlecruisers, and without being able to take on the battlecruisers, they're just kind of trucking over everything right now. Abducts come in, but it's cute. Grab some Cyclones. Nothing too choice. Tanks doing some big, big damage. Bly's gonna tap out with a GG. Well, that was a pretty long game, but a nice start here for Soul. They'll take the 1-0 lead. Ugh. I wasted so much of like my energy today getting mad about that internet outage, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like kind of feeling the effects of it. But as we wake up and get back into it, we're hopping into game 2 ASAP. Be on Automaton by the looks of things. I clipped a friend yesterday saying something stupid on stream, and then Super made it out of context. She just sent me a DM about it. Alright, I'm fully feeling cheeky. Good guy Wardy, host of the map. Let me hop into this one so we don't delay it. Alright, and the map is automaton. I just said this, of course. Okay, ready. Rat attack. Shh. Show us that clip. Oh, I just... Okay, classic thing I try to get streamers to do is... Oh, I'll tell you in a second. Classic thing I like to do for other streamers that I'm friends with and being cheeky with is get them to say the phrase Ness P 10 times fast. But you can't open with that, right? Because if you open with that, it's immediately suspicious. So you got to open with like a real tongue twister, like make it a challenge, right? So the trick is instead you're like, yo, I bet you can't say toy boat 5 times fast. Which, by the way, for anyone out there, toy boat is actually incredibly difficult to say 5 times fast. Like, I had to actually practice the ability. I don't even know if I can still do it. Hang on, let me try. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. I don't even know if I did that right. But the point is, it's difficult. If you do it, you're gonna be like 2 point on your second toy boat. I guarantee it. Anyways, point is, oh, okay, you can't do that. Well, let me give you an easier one. Say Ness P 10 times fast, and then like Ness P, 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 Ness P. Oh, so there you go, guys. Enjoy that dumb party trick. Spotting in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Wind and Rain's Soul. And as part of the bottom left, the red Zerg player, currently teamless, it's Bly. Now again, this is just group CandyCane, group 1. 2 players sadly eliminated. 2 players will move through to the playoffs. Goblin already out of the tournament, but he finishes with $25 in his pocket. Bly, of course, possibly joining him, but it's only down 1 in a best of 5, so it's too far to say. Elbow BD wants me to say Michael Hawk. I don't know Michael Hawk. I know Michael Hunt, though. He's a... He's kind of a smelly... He's a bit of a smelly guy. Not a fan. Zerg Micro will save the day. Well, thank you, also Bum. There was one, actually, so the one time I got caught on stream really good, this is from a few years back. We had this guy sub or donate, I can't remember what, but didn't think anything of it. Didn't look weird to me at all. So I'm like, oh, I love gay porn! Thank you very much for the sub, gay porn! Oh, shit. And like, as I said it, I'm like, oh, damn it. Like, you realize what you're saying as you're saying it. This is a pretty dumb names like that over time. As cheesy as it is, I did always really like the Simpsons prank calls. Like, yeah, so I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss. Yo, where's Amanda Hug and Kiss? I need Amanda Hug and Kiss! Like, I've never been a big fan of the Simpsons humor just because it's kind of frankly lame. But I always like the phone call jokes, the prank calls. Doing a little bit of chaos on the other side of the map. Nothing too special. Yeah, I gotta say too, by the way, for as well as Bly had called the battle cruisers, Solstice ended up doing a lot within that game. Ooh, I like this round 2 of the Reaper. Makes it looks like he's leaving, comes back. It's a double kill. That's not too bad. And a grenade to disrupt some of the mining. All right, Soul. All right, not bad. Simpsons humor lame unsubbed. Look, Wolfheart, I know you're in another channel right now, so you don't even really care about us in the first place. But secondly, I want to say I remember The Simpsons being a lot better when I was growing up. And it's like definitely over the last few years, it's not even funny anymore. I just watch it because it's like it's the show I grew up with, you know what I mean? But objectively, it's just not funny. Yeah, he's grabbing a couple kills, trading up best he can. Still losing a couple of units on their side. A mule's gonna go down to this one Ling. Oh, Bly's hero. Like, what is Soul doing? He's dropping a mule on top of the Ling that's killing him. Okay, 3 SCVs and a mule died to this. That was pretty bad, to be honest. Great for Bly, pretty bad for Soul. But we got a resub just now. Oh, I hope his name's not something weird if I say it funny. I'm a sub. Spank me, daddy. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Oh. That quick little Ace Yasta is gonna follow that one up. I think when I think back to The Simpsons, this is obviously a topic continuing the chat. I really like, you know, the episodes with the Michael Jackson. Was it really Michael Jackson? Who knows? Like the humor there was subtext, whereas now The Simpsons is like, I'm Homer. I'm doing this thing that made Marge mad at me, and this is melodrama, and it's not really funny, and it's not really great drama either. Oh no, is Marge gonna leave me for the 12th time since the Simpson movie? Oh, Marge wants to sell Tupperware because they think she's a drag queen? Like, it's just not funny is the thing. And I agree that different people can have different types of humor, but I really don't think The Simpsons is funny anymore. It's the old school episodes that were good. Anyways, getting off of that, following up with the game here. A little bit of tit for tat. Whoops, excuse me. A little bit of tit for tat as far as units traded out there. 5 drones, 3 SCVs. But really, it should have been no SCVs. I still am so confused as to why that happened the way it did. This is a long Simpsons rant. Yeah, okay. Granted, I'm done with it, but yeah. It sucks because it's one of those things where, and this isn't about The Simpsons, this is more general broad topic now. You know, you loved a thing, and then as you grew up, you learned that you love that thing a lot less. You know, it impacts you more, I think. Like, I've loved StarCraft since a while. I mean, I only really got hashtag passionate about it when I started trying to do streaming with it, but like, it's one of those things where, not yet, I don't want to make it seem like it's going this direction, but like, at some point in my life, I'm going to probably get bored of StarCraft too. I can't say I'm going to love this when I'm 45 years old or something, right? Bless be that I lived to 45, my fat ass, but it's gonna be sad for me, and I'll probably be ranting about it too when that ends up happening. Yeah, Optimus Prime I would too. That's a good point. Same with Family Guy. Oh, I've got a lot of respect for Seth MacFarlane, guys. He is working on like 9 different shows at a time, I swear to God. And while Family Guy isn't as funny as it used to be, I still think it's actually a higher quality than I'd rate a lot of other shows. But the thing I most really enjoyed, I don't know if anyone else watched this or was into it, I really liked the Orville season 1. I thought it was actually fantastic. The humor was great. The fucking special effects were amazing. It felt better than a lot of movies I've seen. So I think, isn't season 2 debuting soon or something? I'm really excited for it whenever it does. Ooh. Nice pick off there. Couple of good connections. Doesn't fully stop this attack, but it does drive it off at least until the reinforcements are here. Queens take out the Liberator. He's got Bailey's and he's got speed. He's got to fight this on creep. If he takes this off a creep, he's just giving the advantage away to Soul. Lane's run by for the counterattack, and that depot is down. Ooh, it's a bit of a problem. I like that Soul is building a second wall with the anticipation of like fucking up his first wall. Oh no. I said he's got to take the fight on creep, but if he can take care of the tanks off of creep, that's still worth it too. Sarge. Oh, Holtron. I can't talk about this right now, but I do want to. Nice splits out of Soul here, but it's a little bit too late. Lings are going to clean this up. Lions have taken a great defense, and he's up, what, 27 workers right now? And a whole 2 bases. Soul is struggling to have the same success he found in game number 1. Holtron says, the Orville did a better Star Trek than the most actual recent Star Trek IMO. Okay, here's the thing, right? Everyone is going to agree Discovery was kind of garbage. It didn't live up to what we thought it would be. But that's not entirely true. Oh, hang on, I'll wait for this one, guys. This is a bigger topic. This one will take some time. Bly's did a really good job routing. There you go. Takes care of the reinforcements. Soul's going to tap out without a GG, and Bly will tie things up 1-1. Look, here's the thing. Discovery is one of CBS's least watched shows on their all-access platform. Discovery started off way too slow and took way too long to get to its awesome twists. Because if you watched the whole season of Discovery, I thought it was actually great. I thought the story was good. It just took fucking like 8 out of 10 episodes to get there is the problem. So, like, it had this really beautiful design to it. There's a lot of positive things to say about it, but Discovery was too safe and took too long, and the main character was too boring, and they were so quickly removing characters. Like, yo, I fucking fell in love with that Indian security officer chick. They kill her like 2 episodes in. I'm like, great, my favorite character's gone right away. Same with the Asian chick, and then she comes back later, and it's just like, I don't know. Discovery tried to force diversity. It tried to do a lot of things wrong, but I thought the story still made up for it at the end, and then they changed it in the very last fucking episode. And the very last episode ended up being so bad. And then, I don't know if you guys saw the shorts they put out there. I really liked the first one. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was like a little bit in tears, like not crying, but like I was watering up watching that first short episode they did. I won't do spoilers because that one's still kind of new. But fuck, like, yeah, Discovery had so much cool potential, ended up being so just blech at the end. And I think so much of it was like just the buildup took too long to get there. Any show, this is the problem. Steins Gate kind of had the same problem for anime, right? If you have to tell somebody to watch a show and it's going to take them 50% of the show to finally get into it, it's objectively not a good show. The exception is Steins Gate, the payoff was so fucking worth it. It became amazing. But just generally speaking, if I had to sell somebody on a show, I'm going to tell them, hey, you're going to have to invest 5 hours before you'll enjoy it. That's such a turn off. Don't spoil Steins Gate. I'm not spoiling anything. We're not doing spoilers. What we are going to do, though, is get into Game 3 with Blue Shift coming up. To be fair, Arrested Development's the greatest show ever. It still took 3. Yeah, but Arrested Development episodes were shorter. That's a really key part of that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna skip the intro. I love this conversation we're having. Because if you watch a show that has a full hour-long episode, the problem is 5 episodes is like 5 hours of your time. You tell somebody to soak up 4 of the new Arrested Development season episodes, dude, that's like an hour or 2. Like, it's not that bad. Especially without commercials. It's like 20-minute episodes, 30-minute episodes, whatever. Like, there's a very big difference, I think, between the two. But okay, guys, we'll continue with our... This is like a podcast topic more than a cast. I'm sorry, guys. We're getting through this. It's the final series of the day. Things are tied up 1-1. But it is a best of 5, not a best of 3, so this is not the last game yet. In the top right, we do have the red Zerg player. It's Bly. And his opponent at the bottom left, going to be the blue Terran player, Soul. The X-Files. Oh, dudes. You know what? I hate... There are 2 women in television that I was too ignorant, too stupid to appreciate until I became a full-fledged adult. And that one of them is obviously Scully from the X-Files. The other was, what's her name? Lucy... No, not Lucy Liu. Lucy Lawless? The chick who played Xena. Dude, oh my god. Now as an adult, I'm like, these women are fucking beautiful. Right? Gillian Anderson, Lucy Lawless. But when I was a kid, I'm like, her bangs look really stupid. And she's too muscular. She's not sexy. This is dumb. Where's Hercules? And I'm like, well, now they say that, I'm like, was I gay as a kid? Like, doesn't matter. Point is, now as an adult, I saw her in, was it Battlestar Galactica? I'm like, oh, damn, who's this beautiful woman I've never seen before? Go to IMDb. I'm like, that's Xena? Are you kidding me? So I go back to watch Xena. I'm like, wow, I don't remember Xena looking so good. Right? Like, I don't, okay. Anyways, this is gonna take me to a weird place, guys. Spartacus. Yeah, I love Spartacus, guys. I don't know why. This show is great. It's just so hot. I'm not gonna lie. There is this part of me that watches shows like that. No sexual orientation goes into it, right? Gay, straight, bi, whatever, fuck, doesn't matter. You just watch it, you're like, those are some good looking people. Like, you've got those gladiators, they're like scalping them or scraping them the oil off themselves, and you're like, guy's got a nice six-pack. I bet he's got a nice dick too. I wouldn't want to suck it or anything, but damn, takes care of himself. This is great for, of course, Bly driving the SCV off the command center. If you can kill and delay this a little bit longer, that'd be great. What did I just join into? I'm sorry, guys. This has gone to a really weird place of the cast. Papa, why won't you let you? Papa, why won't you let me watch the StarCraft games? Papa, why do we have to watch this stream muted? Monty, and I can't read what you said, but I'm gonna say, don't we all, one way or the other, whether you're on the receiving end of it or not? I'm dying. How did we get to this spot? Okay. Getting back to the game and trying to get away from whoever brought up Spartacus. Can we go back and chat ban whoever brought up Spartacus? I actually, because that's gonna send me off another tangent. I'm really sad that the guy who played Spartacus died. I'm just more sad that it wasn't that the actor who replaced him was bad, but the writing got so fucking bad after season 1. Like, oh my god. Let's get in here again for another scout. They won't be able to delay anything, but good information. Fusion core comes up at the very, very back side of the base. He's seen no starport. He's seen no indication of a tech lab. I mean, if Bly goes for blind spore crawlers again, he should be okay. If he gets a lot of queens out, he should be okay. But yeah, he's got no confirmed information about this battlecruiser coming in yet. The thing is, though, like I said, a lot of Zerg players, it's not the meta yet. Not every Terran player is opening with a battlecruiser, but we're getting to that point where I think, like, in a week or two, it'll be safe to say every Terran player is opening with a battlecruiser. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing, like, really crazy paranoia. But that's where that leads to the development of the meta play for this matchup, which is kind of cool, right? So, like, let's say, okay, every Terran player opens with battlecruisers, so every Zerg player in Turin puts down 2 spore crawlers and 6 to 8 queens blindly. Well, that's when Terran players stop going battlecruisers blindly and instead try and sneak in other builds, make it look like a battlecruiser, and then Zerg have wasted all this money and blah blah blah. And that's why I love fucking StarCraft 2, because there's so much complexity to it. God, deep breaths. Play stupid League of Legends, and it's like, oh look, this guy went for the fucking Rengar in the jungle. I wonder how this will play out. Pretty fucking linearly. Look, I'm not dumping on League, guys. I'm just saying I love StarCraft 2's complexity. It's so great. That's how I feel about Vikings. Vikings is awful writing too. So I stopped watching. Okay, this is, I don't know, spoilers. It's like 5 seasons deep or something. When one of the main characters who survived the first 5 seasons dies, I gave up on that show. It's fucking stupid. This is tough. The link's starting into the base. Got a couple of SCVs. The depots are getting broken too. Here for StarCraft 2. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Oh, he just lost the battlecruiser on the other side of the map. Oh, that wasn't even a GG. Oh, shit. Bly takes game number 3 and puts Soul on tilting point? Question mark? Match point. Either way, it's not the end, of course. Soul still has 1 life left, but this is absolutely his last life. So Bly, looking pretty good to make it out of the group if he can win another game here. But guys, we're going to go to a break screen. Here we go. Be back here in a sec.
We say we're both better without it. So cut our love off, hide it in a pretty box. My heart that bleeds for you has gotta stop. So cut our love off, hide it in a pretty box. My heart that beats for you.
Look, Highland 51, fuck you, dude. All right, guys and girls, welcome back. We are getting into game number 4. This could be it. It's, of course, match point with this guy leading 2-1. In the bottom right, we have the blue Zerg player Bly. And his opponent at the top left going to be the red Terran player, Wind and Rain's Soul. Rainer is in the final. So Rainer is already through the group. Rainer is done. This is the last thing we're casting today. Rainer will be back on December 23rd to play the semifinals. We'll wrap this up. So 2 players from each group create 2 semifinals. Should be some good times. There's gonna be a 3rd and 4th place group. So again, I guess structure and schedule for the tournament, for those who don't know, is this will be happening on today, the 22nd, and the 23rd. Tomorrow's another group of 4 players, 5 best of 5s over there. Then on the 23rd, we will have 2 best of 5s for the semifinals, a best of 3 bronze place match, and then a best of 7 grand finals. So as far as what happens to the winner of this match, they will move through to the semifinals as well. The loser will be eliminated from the tournament. However, there is a guaranteed $650 prize pool minimum, which, of course, we're working towards with that Match Arena goal of mine, guys. Exclamation mark Match Arena in the chat. In fact, I'm going to type it just because I want to bring it up and see where we're at. Except I can't spell it right. There we go. If you use the coupon code Sleigh, it'll add $1 to the prize pool. We're already up to 341 bucks out of 650. That's not too shabby considering we're not even done the first day of this yet. So I'm really confident and hopeful we can reach 650 by the time day 3 comes around. But as far as me guaranteeing the difference there, just to explain, even if we were to only raise, let's say, $450, I will personally cover the missing 200. So no matter what, we're going to have at least $650 that these players are playing for. Ideally, though, we raise all this money and then some, and we make the prize pool bigger, blow it out. Awesome, cool. But that's really on you guys at that point. If you want to, if you're interested in doing it, etc. Link's playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie here. Trying to catch a Marine in the main base, but also doing this SCV building. With the Reaper having been kept at home, though, this won't be too big of a problem. Had Bly recognized a little sooner that he could have been picking off that SCV building the factory. Of course, that would have been really nice. How do I enable the extension? It's not showing. Somewhere in the bottom middle of your screen, there should be a little tiny, like down about here somewhere, a little tiny little StarCraft 2 icon. If you click it, it should bring up the extension thing. And just a reminder, whether it's my stream or anyone else's stream, guys, if you're watching somebody who has that extension enabled, every 20 minutes or so, you can collect 50,000 XP for the war chest, which is, again, really awesome because it means, hey, while you're at work watching StarCraft, you can also earn skins and unlock the unlockables in game. And if you guys haven't seen, by the way, this season's war chest features building skins for the first time ever. So you can actually make your buildings look cool, new, and different. And I'm curious if those will be disabled in WCS. If you guys don't know, you know, Blizzard's been kind of a hard ass and saying, look, you can't use any of the cool skins we put into the game in actual tournament play. So during WCS, you see all the basic skins. But a large part of that has to do with because some skins are imbalanced. Some skins make it harder to identify what's going on. And I make fun of it all the time, but the reality is I understand that. Building skins, however, should have no bearing, right? I see with a question mark, like, no one's going to scout your barracks and be like, oh, that barracks has like extra black edges. What building could it be? I couldn't win the game because I couldn't tell it was a barracks. Like, I hope we don't see any of that bullshit. I would love to see skins used in WCS. The new Warcraft remake looks cool. Yeah, Warcraft 3 Reforged is pretty dope. I was actually astonished though, right? So the unveiling comes live at BlizzCon. Obviously, none of us have heard about this before, and we're all stoked for it. And then I talked to like Wardy and Loco and several other people who they never played Warcraft 3, which for me blows me away because I played Warcraft 3 before I played StarCraft, right? Like Warcraft, was it Warcraft 2 Tides of Vengeance or whatever it was? Like I think it was my first RTS. Super baby back in the day. So I'm pretty excited for the Reforged. I was just really shocked how many of my friends had never played the game before. A little bit of chaos here with this Banshee, getting some nice counterattack damage. 5 SCVs died to the Ling attack. Ooh, I don't know if he realizes his CC got stalled out. Oh, start the clock, guys. We're on Kaiju timers now. Okay, never mind. He's seen it. All right, he puts that in. Goes for the Evo Chamber block. That's a great way to delay the inevitable of these drones dying. I say inevitable. That's not the word I was going for there, but what could have been the inevitable, I suppose. Either way, the Evo Chamber block is something we see a lot of Zerg players go for, but always a little bit too late. That's the first time I think I've ever seen it actually work out. That being said, while he does sort of stave off the Hellions, he still has these Banshees to worry about. 4 more drones go down, really starting to rack up the kills here. I played StarCraft 1 and the StarCraft 2, totally skipped Warcraft 3 here for SC2 says. I mean, your name would indicate that that makes sense. I played Warcraft 2, then StarCraft 1, then Warcraft 3, and I played Warcraft 3 for pretty much my entire high school. And I never played Warcraft 3 competitively like a lot of these other guys. Like, I was just playing Skivvy's tower defenses and Bourbonogs and Winter Mall Wars, and I don't know if I'm reading some nostalgia with anyone else out there, but I played so much Warcraft 3 all throughout high school. Oh, is that T-Fez? What's up, dude? 10 months. What goes Santa walking backwards. No. He would still say ho walking backwards. Like, look, I'm gonna spin in my chair really quick, and you tell me if it changes the direction of the words, okay? Ho! 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 See? It didn't change the direction of the words at all, dude. What a stupid joke. Like I said, what a stupid joke. All right, while this goes on, of course, the Marines are pushing forward. Their timing here is going to be so nice. Crisp, too. He's got 1-1 in combat shields pairing up with this push. It's going to be tough for Bly. He's on the wrong side of the map and not ready for this. Perhaps a little over-eager with his 4th base. Cancel, 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 cancel. Killed! Oh, that's not good for Bly. Of course, if he can get some damage in to make this worthwhile, then it's not so bad, but that's a lot of minerals lost. The tank gets a great positioning off this, by the way, because it can deny gas mining, which is huge this early in the game. On the other side, though, Bly is actually doing a bit more damage than I expected, but still nothing really to write home about. A couple of SCVs get picked off. Of course, that tank also secures a landing zone for these Marines to fall back to if the Banelings want to come in, but he doesn't care about the Banelings because they're slow, so just target fires them down. Not a problem. Hatchery going to get a little bit too close for comfort. Picks up. Oh, the tanks blew up what's on the ground. He could go back for the Hatchery, of course. Just unload once more. Bly doesn't have that many banelings left. Speed's still pretty far from finishing, so this is not a bad position for Soul to really push. Oh, press the issue. Third base goes down. Well, fourth, I guess, fifth. Bly was really actually ambitious with his expansions this game. By the way, if you guys don't know, T-Fest is the guy who's been helping manage our YouTube channel, so if you've ever enjoyed a VOD on YouTube, give T-Fest a bit of a shout out, I guess. Bit of a hola in the chat. He was Irish though, so be careful. He's probably got diseases or something, so don't touch him. Or potatoes. Both. Nice pick up on the tank. Keeps it alive from the Lings. Running through to the natural base. Marine's trying to give chase, and those banelings should not get to pop off. How many kills does this tank have? He's up to 16 bad boys. Most of those are actually banelings too, which is really nice. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! Thank you, dude, for the nice message. Thank you for watching. Big streamline of units down the left side of the map. So a huge caravan of Marines. We're gonna have that Liberator set up in the main. Maybe it'll be effective, maybe it won't. But this base is still going to be under pressure with this tank and small drop. He can deny this again. And he'll probably do this in tandem with the attack down here to the south. Bly is only going to be able to defend one location, and right now he's split between 3. Liberator in the main, big attack down here, and of course Soul's possible attack down the right side. I think he target fired down the baneling, by the way. That was a nice job. Without those banelings, he has no way to clean up the Marines, so back and wait till his next round of banelings is done. He does have speed on creep now, so it's a little bit more advantageous, but as I said, Soul's in 3 places at once right now. Bly can't keep up. The base down here to the south dies. The base up here to the top right might still go down. The Liberator was taken care of, and that's good, but is it good enough? Looks like a baneling gets a shot off there, so a lot of the Marines finally go down. 14 workers on top of this, and Soul's not done with this momentum. He wants to push the issue. This is how you make up for how the last game ended, guys. This is how you play back off of an OGG. You show them that you can still play this out. And Soul, not going down without a fight, is killing Bly here in game number 4. I think we're going to see another ace match at this rate. There's the GG. What is this? The base trade TV viewers guide rule that was violated is number 1, don't encourage Rifkin in the slightest to talk about non-StarCraft things. It's never going to end well. Look, are you just saying because I made a justification for not wanting to suck a guy's dick but admiring his cock that like I get off topic? Is that what you're trying to say here? Because if that's what you're trying to say here, I see what you're saying, man, but I'm just saying that I don't agree with it, okay? Look, guys, it's our last commercial break of the day. Thank you very much for watching. Be back soon. Here, you got the DVD screen this time. All right, I had to cut that a little bit quick just to get into the game. But guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is game number 5. It's the last match. It's the ace match. It's the one time you can really use that emote and have it count. Spawning here on the bottom right side, we have the blue Terran player. For the last time today, it's Soul. And it's one of the top left, going to be the red Zerk player. It's Bly. Well, look, guys, I know we've been having a bit of a goofy time here with the end of the stream. I hope you've enjoyed the show, obviously. I got to beg and ask for a couple of favors, though. So, I actually have something I really want to buy, and if you want to help Rifkin, like, with a Christmas gift, this would be the way to do it, okay? I'm begging for your $1. I'm begging for your $2 out there. This sounds so dumb because the goal is so low, but we've had $5 in today's stream. There's a new stream package I want to go buy and use it to make the stream look a little bit better. It costs $25 from Nerd or Die. It looks fantastic, and I really want to use it. I'm probably going to buy this one way or the other, but if you guys want to help hook me up, like seriously, $1 or $2, if we can hit $25 before the stream is done, so I can buy a new stream package, that would just make my Christmas, because it gives me something fun to play with on the overlay. Harry Developer, by the way, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. So if you guys have got a couple of bucks rattling around to your PayPal, one of two things. One, either consider donating it, because hey, I put out good StarCraft content. Asking for help once in a while shouldn't be that big of a deal. But secondly, subbing and bits or whatever works too. My goal is if I can walk away from this stream with like a $25 surplus, I can just go buy that stream package pretty frivolously. I need to see what you want to buy for you. Oh yeah, Nerd or Die. Hang on. I actually really like the way this looks. It's their newest stream package they just came out with. I kind of use modular bits of their other packages and stitch them together. I'm not trying to use all of the assets in this, but this thing looks so fucking slick, guys. I just pasted in the Twitch chat. So I want to redo a lot of our overlay stuff, and I think that the second I saw this, I think it came out on the 17th, I fell in love. I'm like, this thing looks so good. This thing looks so smooth. Okay, want to tell me how to add the war chest extension? Type !! Extension in the chat, dude. If it still doesn't work after that, I'm sure somebody can help you out. Production, what did I mess up? Nothing. Fuck you, Marcos. Worst mod. Of course, if you guys have bought the war chest, make sure you are making sure your extensions are enabled. You'll have to do this for the odd stream here and there because you'll be able to earn XP while watching these streams. Remember, it's not just Base Trade TV. It's Wardy, it's LivyB, it's Zombie Grub. It's a lot of different people. You can earn XP for your war chest just by watching. But more importantly than that, if you haven't bought your war chest, I'm not here to convince you to go buy it. You'll either like the skins or you won't, right? But what I am saying is if you are planning to buy a war chest, or you already are putting motions forth to buy one, please consider using the affiliate links of the various people who stream. Myself, obviously, I'm promoting out there first and foremost by clicking that link down below the stream. because we will get a percentage of each sale. And I've already pledged that any of the money we make from War Chest, whether it's $5 or $500, I don't know which, we'll put that towards making BTSL Season 3 a reality in 2019. But we got a couple of donations coming in, so thank you guys very fucking much. Gendo Akari, $5, and then managed straight afterwards by Marvin GG. It says, longtime lurker, Merry Christmas, smiley face. Oh, thank you, dude. That puts us at 15 out of 25, guys. If anyone else has got a couple bucks rattling around, I'd love to make tomorrow's stream look super cool for you. Why on earth would you watch Wardy? To which Grizzly Adam responds, because Wardy doesn't just talk about sucking a guy's dick, if you know what I mean. You're right. Wardy actually does it. It's pretty awkward. The worst part is, he's not even shameless about it. Like, he... No donate button. There's a donate button at the bottom of the stream. Does exclamation mark donate work? Okay, well, it's the wrong link, but it works. Like, either way, both work. Or get us first-hand experience with this. I know, guys. Wardy stayed at my place for a couple hours during BTSL Season 1, if you know what I'm saying. Why do you think we flew Wardy out, guys? It certainly wasn't first casting. I just closed my eyes and sprayed a bit of perfume. Couldn't even tell the difference. He's so gentle. All right, there's a real attack hitting here. This is from Bly, is bordering on all in. He did go back to droning, so this is an attack that's very aggressive. It's something I think if it broke the wall, he might start committing more to. But right now, there's only really a bunker and a Banshee. It's not that much in terms of defense. If these Lings could flood in behind... Wait, where'd the Lings go? Oh, they ran back home to chase the Hellions. Oh, if the Lings were here, he could run in. This wouldn't be a problem and do a lot more damage than this. But just the Roaches? That's not going to cut it. This gets cleaned up so quickly. This is so costly for Bly at the end of the day. But he does grab 6 workers and stalls out the CC. So, like, silver lining, I guess. 500 bits coming in from Sobi Toby, by the way. I just finished rewatching The Office yesterday. It's a weird coincidence with Toby, but thank you very much for the 500 bits. Base Trade TV, why should anyone be ashamed for something so natural, Rifkin? Breastfeeding is basically the same as birthing a dick from one's mouth. What? You're gonna have to explain that one to me, dude. I'm willing to stretch logic pretty thin, but even that one's got me going, huh? Going, what? That's just the dumbest thing I've ever read. Yeah, you guys, you've neglected to point out that Wardy was the only Terran player to win prize money at BTSL. Also, that big badass music is the indication of the top donor this stream. I'll get to that in just a second. Hold up. These Banshees get more. That one Banshee's on, like, its last legs. A little bit scary there with 5 health on her. She does get out alive. Picks up, too, but... Yo! Whoa! Okay, we can get this... Yo, we can get that fucking stream package right this second, because Warwick... That's a cool sounding name. I hope I'm saying it right. 50 bucks. He says, happy holidays, my dude. Doing what I can to support community. Fuck yeah, my guy. I hope the stream looks so good for you tomorrow. I hope you really like it. Genghis' Love comes in with 500 bits on top of that. Thank you very much. We got $5 also coming in from Mr. PP. His name is like 4 letters. MRPP. It's Mr. PP. I'm 5, so I find that funny. He donates $5 to say, buy C, chair 10. What? I'm gonna figure that one out later. Hold up. Got the banelings coming in here. A little bit shy of getting that sweet spot in the SCVs, but gets 6, which really isn't too bad. And then to finish things off here, guys, Feathers donates $5. Has been watching for years. Well, thank you guys all so much. I will say this. That's good. We're good. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm not trying to be like, yo, guys, I need money. I'm fat and greedy. It's Rifkin. What's up? You all know me from Reddit. What I was just trying to do is get that stream package for tomorrow. So you guys have gone above and beyond. Thank you so very much. You guys are all so lovely. We good. We good, guys. We good. Top right, the base is going to get picked off. Nice focus fire on it. Picks up to get out of there. Still the attack on the left. I like the focus fire on the spore crawler so you can get the medevacs in there, but even then the medevacs are still a little bit susceptible to the queens if they want to fight. But he's going to target fire the drones, grabs about 8 workers, not too bad. Still getting some good worker damage done. Combined with that base up here, 4th base, getting sniped off. Nailed it. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. I subscribed to PewDiePie. Mostly for chair memes back in the day, but yo, PewDiePie, I don't know, guys. If you watch the mainstream media, I'm apparently going to turn into a super Nazi from watching PewDiePie's videos. Same with 76 million other people, or 75,999,999 other people. I'm a 9-year-old at heart, that's for sure. Actually, I've recently succumbed to the cult of Sky. You guys may know I've hosted her a couple times after streams. She's a big PewDiePie fan. I think it's really easy to be a fan of her as well. Ooh, the depots break, but is there enough to follow through? Ooh, does not get the wall up in time. Links are gonna get in here. This is trouble. It's only like 2 Marines for the defense. Banshee's still going ham on the other side of the map. I'm surprised these are even still alive at this point. Attacks on the left side too, so yeah, he's gonna lose a couple of SCVs, but he gets a base for it. It was a cancel, not a kill this time. Everything's on the line for these guys. Remember, 25 bucks is not a great last place settlement price. It's nice because it's participation money. Like, hey, you played a couple best of 5s, here's 25 bucks, but realistically, nobody wants to die here. Everybody wants to make it to the top 4. For both these guys, it could still go either way. Soul's definitely doing a lot better right now. You know, Bly just took 14 drones and losses. He does not have a Zerg bank the way he wants it to be, and he's having a lot of trouble holding off these multi-pronged attacks. At this rate, Soul's getting that momentum that he really needs to carry through the rest of the game. But yo, I said no more donations! I'm not gonna complain. Who am I fucking kidding? 25 bucks from Martin! He says, oh, he wrote this like a letter. It's really the most formal donation I've ever seen. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna clean up the roaches. He says, hi, Rifkin. I'm a long-time watcher and a first-time donator. Really appreciate the stream and the work you... I'm gonna assume you meant the work you do. This donation is long overdue. I hope it helps. Dude, Martin, that is big boy money. Thank you very much. Above and beyond. Sincerely, with regards, Rifkin. Thank you. Whether you guys are like lurkers, first time donators, whatever, like, I mean, honestly, I know not everyone's gonna be in Twitch chat, not everyone's gonna be active and talking, but hey, if you watch this stream, you got my respect, man. If you can put up with my shenanigans, you got my respect, man. Thank you very much. This medevac will bail on the Marines. See ya. That's a big nope. Flies over a spore crawler. Should still get out of there alive. I talked about Soul kind of having a nice lead in the game, but it's proven to be difficult to take advantage of this momentum because Bly's getting to this point where he finally has like a lot of banelings. There's gonna be some Mutilis paired up with his 2. Maybe he can fly around the sides of the map. Stay on. Remember, this used to be a Wardy stream. Shut the fuck up, Vestitude. We're at 36 Bailings, 15 Mutilisks. It's interesting, actually. They are looking at Mutilisks. I didn't get to read all of it. I just barely skimmed it, but they did put out a community update during the last game. Maybe I'll stick around for a few minutes after stream and we can go over that community update together, but they're aware of me. What the fuck? Highland, who are you? What are you doing? No means no. Stop it. Again, who am I kidding? I'm just playing hard to get. Yo, Highland 51, thank you for the 50 bucks. Merry Christmas. A little extra for years of lurking. Happy overlaying. Dudes. You know what's going to suck? I'm going to download this package. I'm going to be so excited. I'm just like not going to find a way to make it work at the end of the day. I don't know. Yo, thank you guys so much for the generosity. Picks up a couple of tanks with his Mutas, by the way. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Jesus. This is, I didn't think Bly would recover, frankly, after constantly losing so many bases. That's like, what, 3? Yeah, 3 and a cancel? Well, 2 and a cancel, but having this many mutas gives him a lot of power in the game. Now, unfortunately, there's going to be some scary area of effect damage. There's a Thor, which is eh. On a scale of 1 to 10, the Thor comes in at like a 3 right now, maybe at best. Actually, it has no upgrades, so the Thor's like a solid 2. The mutas don't have a lot to be afraid of. It's those Widow Mines that'll be a problem. If he doesn't see them, if he flies blindly into them, there could be a little bit of luck at play as well. But keep in mind, these are drilling claw widow mines, so repositioning is not out of the question either. And just moving them to intercept the Mutalisks, as we see him trying to do there, not too bad. Just highlighting really quick, the Thor still does good damage against the Mutas. Its splash damage is just so limited. So as you guys can see here, it's having a hard time grabbing those hits. Well, I guess the action's still going to focus on the bottom side of the map. He's got all these other units to use. Blythe's got to be careful he doesn't lose too many Mutas. He's already lost 10 over the course of the game, but these Widow Mine shots! Ah! Oh! That wanted to send and come so many Banelings! This is the problem with Widow Mines, but also their beauty at the same time. They are chaos incarnate. It's hard to get the focus fire. You never know if you're going to get that good shot, that bad shot, that friendly fire, kill your own army shot. And in that case, Soul got like 3 bad shots and 1 good one, and that 1 good one was all he really needed. It took out most of the Banelings at the core of the army. A lot of these Widow Mines, of course, are on cooldown, and Bly has no detection to see any of this. Oh no, they're coming off a cooldown! Oh, as he moves the army on top of it too! Oh no! When does it end? This, by the way, is entirely all Bly. Like 1 or 2 overseers. Like this should not be a problem. If his Banelings are going to die anyways, at least die on top of the Widow Mines. Take them out with you, right? We know how that goes. But oh my gosh, Bly is struggling on this one. Is that another fucking donation? I swear to God. Zeno, I swear to gosh. Zeno, thank you for the $10. No message. Well, you know what? So a true fan would have written me a message. You're just corporate shill with your $10. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you, Zeno. Like I'm gonna be unfucking grateful for $10. That's awesome, dude. Thanks. He's got the Slippy in the chat. Yo, we gotta replace that stupid emote at some time. Ace, not a word. That was such a dumb cast of Zombie and Wardy. Is anyone around even remembers that stupid? The origin story of that emote? Feels bad. You know I fucking love you, Zeno. Shh. Oh, this is okay. He actually takes out a lot of the Widow Mines this time. The Thor goes down on the side of this too. The Mutas have stayed back, waiting for their chance to get in here. The smart move too, because there's no way he was taking on that many Marines with the fear of Widow Mines nearby. The Mutas are still a force to be reckoned with, but they're not a fighting force, not like this. The Mutas are going to do best fighting around the army, picking off medevacs, like strategically sniping Widow Mines. They're not really supposed to be frontline fighters, and Bly's lost so many of them this game. 20. That's so much money down the drain, but oh my god. Is it happening? Are we seeing Ultralisks? Thank you, Hello Circling. 100 bits for a Ratata overlay. No, that... There is no price. If you guys want a Rift Flush or a Ratata on this stream, we're talking like 4 digits, team. That's not fucking happening. One of mine does get a shot off. Not too bad. But the Ultralisks are really interesting to me in this case. I think it's actually a really smart move when this many Widow Mines have been in play. Oh my fuck. Bly just lost like 15 or 20 army supply to that last shot. Yikes. But Ultras are going to be not great against Marauders and Marines necessarily. He doesn't have full upgrades for them. So it's going to be 2-2 Ultras against 3-3 Bio. On top of this, Anabolic Synthesis is still a long time out. If you guys don't know what word I just said, don't worry, I didn't make it up. It's the new upgrade that Ultralisks got. It makes them move faster off of creep. It's going to be really great, actually. The way it normalizes speed has been really interesting to watch. Because what's happened, it's $10 says 4 digits. Fuck you guys. You can't include those zeros. The Ultras now move fast enough to stay up on the front lines ahead of the Banelings. Whereas right now, as you guys can see, the Banelings roll faster than the Ultras off of creep. So what ends up happening is now you have the Ultras and the Lings actually in the front line, actually soaking the hits as they should, and the Banelings ride safely along behind it. $11.11 says 4 digits. All right, smartasses. My point is, it's not happening, okay? I hate these stupid Ratata memes. We sold out to them, man, and now we can't get rid of them. We're just stuck with them. You ever play Let's Go Eevee? You know that my Eevee is like level 28 and I only have Ratatas? I have nothing else. Just fucking Ratatas. This shit is haunting me. Oh, it's a lot of missile turrets. A little bit tough to take this fight, but he does find a good angle of engagement. Nicely done for Bly. Base Trade TV, are you streaming tomorrow? Yes, we'll be live at 8 a.m. Pacific. That's 11 Eastern or 5 p.m. CET. We have Nurchio, DNS, Showtime, and Clem in tomorrow's group. 5 best of 5s tomorrow. Tomorrow. Blind never went for that last upgrade, by the way. And I just want to quickly highlight that the anabolic synthesis does have a really small research time. If he's not planning to stick with ultras, I guess it's okay. But to be real, that he's got the money for it. I think that upgrade's worth getting, especially with his investment in the ultras being what they are. Snipes on Mutas seems questionable. I mean, actually, it's not a bad choice, though, at the end of the day. Because if you auto-attack a Mutalist, yes, you could technically kill it with a ghost, but the snipe is a guaranteed kill. It makes it very difficult to run away. Oh shit, did we just get a 4-digit donation? I hate you guys so much. $10 from Bonurmi? Bonurmi. I'm probably saying that so wrong. I'm so sorry, dude. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Keep it up. You have reignited my love for StarCraft Esport. Oh, dude, you did not spell StarCraft Esport with a capital S? I love you. Forget what I said. You spelled it with a hyphen? We can talk about that. We can work through it. But you didn't spell it with a capital S, so you got my respect, my dude. Big fungal growth? No, weak fungal growth. Weak as hell fungal growth. Getting a little bit desperate here for Bly. He's got another big fungal in his pocket, of course. But those fungals can be best off used on the ghost just to prevent snipes. Bly's army supply also looking a little bit weak. That's because some of it's over here on the right side. The Mules are not looking to get involved with the fight. They're trying to do harass still, which I don't know, might be too late in the game at this point. +3 Carapace is finishing up. Still no Ultralist speed by the looks of things. Oh, what does this offer? IBG Charade? Oh, GG. Fly taps out. Whittled down. Soul will take the series and... Yo! That's 1 Zerg, 1 Terran. That is not an all Zerg semifinals. What is my hair? Oh my god, my hair's just gotten worse progressively as the stream's gone on. I feel like I got like an air tunnel in front of me. Like, oh! Actually, let's not do that. Anyways, IBG Charade says, I'll match any 300-bit donations you made to you tomorrow with $3 on top of it. Unleash the Ratatas. It sounds like tomorrow's going to be a Ratata day. Oh, deep breaths, guys. This was a long day. This is almost 5 hours, which isn't too bad, I guess, at the end of the day. But we had some good groups. But, yo, I said we'd go over the community changes together. I'd like to do that really quick before we go because usually these things get released at weird hours and we never actually get to go over them together. So let me just pull that page up. The Blizzard community update. Now, I have not read this yet. I've only like glimpsed at it. So, let's see here. There we go. All right. Oh, actually, before we do this real quick, we are done with all the games today. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a great time. But if you're not interested in this, have yourselves a good day. I'll be live again tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, with 4 players, 5 best of 5s. Make sure to come back for that. And if you are new here, hit the follow button, please. Sharkbait, ooh-ah! Thank you very much for that resub. All right, let's go over these together before we take off today, guys. I just realized I've put Twitch chat on the same window. I gotta move that over there because I still want to read what you guys have to say. All right. Go ahead and close some of these things. I don't know what I have open. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. Been a great year for StarCraft 2. After the epic BlizzCon finals, we were treated to one of the most exciting home story cups to date, which showcased the new balance patch. Just a few days. Blah, blah, blah. All right, where are they at? TVT. As Cyclones are now largely resemble their pre-3.8 patch state. Look, they call it this. The Cyclones are in their beta version. Let's be honest. TVT early game has also functionality reverted back to its pre-3.8 patch state. We're seeing slightly more Reaper proxies compared to the time frame right before 3.8 patch, however. Feedback we received suggests that this may be because players have learned to transition more safely from proxy builds. Or it could be that aggressive builds tend to win out in the early stages after a balance patch and players simply need more time to adapt. Overall, we've received reports of the early game TVT, and we're happy with how it's developing. I guess that's good. How do I activate the war chest? So if you buy the war chest, you don't have to buy the whole thing. I think it's like $12 per, or it's like $30 for all. Just purchase it with your Battle.net account and you're good to go, dude. Was IBG Shrey says, actually, when will you and Zombie be streaming together next? I'll do that offer then. I have a donation message I've been wanting to give for like 8 months, but she has to be there for it. So the way it works with Zombie Grub now is I don't really ask her to cast, more that she signs up to cast when she's available. And she has not signed up to do anything for the last couple months, which just leads me to believe she's been unavailable. Obviously, I'm very happy to have her come on anytime, but that's a her thing, not a me thing. So I can't answer that for you. I don't know when she'll be on next. Your best bet would be to ask her. Whoops, excuse me, over there. Anyways, going on and continuing here with the patch notes. Or the community feedback, excuse me. These aren't patch notes, but this is good. This is great that they put these out because it gives you an idea of what they're looking at. So for ZVZ, this is what I was talking about. Mutalisks are way more potent with the Queen nerf, Roach Hydras, and Creep Tumors, and all this stuff. I guess they're going to keep an eye on this. It's funny because the Mutas were so strong, and they kept getting so many patches, and then, like, they're the only unit in the game, other than, like, Marines, I think, that haven't been touched in, like, years at this point, literally. So it'll be interesting if Mutas end up getting tweaked for it. PvP, because of the Sentry's hallucination cost reduction. Wait, they reduced the cost of hallucination? When did they do that? Players are now able to open Stargate and choose their first Stargate unit based on their hallucination scout. This effectively condenses this blah, 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 blah. As we're seeing more Stargate openers and Phoenix mirrors than usual. Thus, we consider tweaks that either hallucination or Stargate units that would risk to blind the opening Stargate in PvP. Interesting. I don't think, because I've been casting a few PvPs, I don't know that I can say blind Stargates have been consistently done, but there's usually a Stargate per match, I guess. TVZ has been the matchup we've seen most change. Yes, I would agree with this too. We're glad to see more Widowmine-based play. Agreed. Which can lead to very back and forth action-packed games. We've also been, yeah, look at that last one we cast, right? We've also been seeing a lot of interesting development in mech compositions with increased use of Cyclones, Speed Banshees, and Battle Cruisers. Have you watched? Okay, here's how this works, right? If you watch Euthermal versus Raynor Humstar Cup, this looks amazing. You watch Euthermal versus every other Zerg, it was not that great. So it's like, So increased use does not equal better, but the matchup has been consistently evolving, and what we're witnessing is something new every week. Yeah, I agree. We're seeing a lot of variation. We're seeing some ghosts here and there. I think it's kind of cool. TVP. While we receive feedback that Terran proxies are weaker than before, we still see a significant number of proxies in tournament play. Some Protoss players have commented that it can be difficult to discern between the various all-ins and fake all-ins, while Terrans have indicated the proxy plays feel like the safest option to secure a low-ground expansion against Adepts. We're considering attacking the issue from two angles, both by weakening the proxy openers and making macro openers more robust. With regards to the mid-game, we've also been hearing TVP slightly easier for Terrans now due to the Disruptor change. As for late game, we're keeping a close eye on the strength of the Tempests, which we're getting mixed feedback about. Since one of our overarching goals is to, for the end of your patch, was to bring more balance to the late game of all matchups, we're keeping a look at the potential future changes to achieve this if necessary. At the same time, however, partially because of the prominence of Terran proxies, our sample size of late game TVP is not as large as we'd like. Yeah, I think the problem I see, at least, again, this is coming from more from watching the games than playing the games myself, because I'm a garbage player, guys. Let's not pretend like we're not. I feel like the community update says a lot of we are watching stuff, and that's about it. They are, but that's what's good is they're communicating that, right? Because we've had so many issues where we don't know if Daddy Blizzard even gives a fuck because they don't listen, they don't communicate, they don't post stuff like this. I actually think this was a great post, even if all it says summary is that we're keeping an eye on things. But it lets us know that they are paying attention because they're citing what they're keeping an eye on. And what I think is for Terran, like, okay, look, no matter how I phrase this, it's gonna sound balanced and whiny, so I'm just gonna fully embrace it, okay? I think Protoss have a lot of bullshit that can end the game very quickly for Terran early on, and that's why you see these proxies put on the pressure. Like, the best defense is a good offense, as the saying goes. And the idea is that these proxies, whether they win the game early on or just stagnate the Protoss enough that you can take your expansion safely at home, the issue for me is that Terran have been forced to the position where they have to be that aggressive in the first place. I don't think there's anything wrong with being aggressive. I think it makes the game a lot more exciting. But at the same time, look at Maru versus SOS from BlizzCon and tell me that wasn't the most disappointing series you've seen in your life, right? Because Terran can only play one way, it was so easily predictably countered by SOS, it became the worst series out of all of BlizzCon. So I like that they've acknowledged that it could be a problem, and I like that they've acknowledged that they were going to keep an eye on it. I think for me, that's a pretty good... pretty comforting thing. ZVP Yeah, we actually saw Puck doing some of this. We haven't seen a lot of the air tech. I'm surprised that carriers are still in the game, really. I'm not convinced that they're very good right now. Additional thoughts. Outside of anything matchup specific, there are a few other units and upgrades that we haven't seen much of lately, such as Thor's, Anabolic Synthesis, and Nidus Networks. Yeah, actually, we just talked about that in the last game. Though a few of those may just need more time for players to figure out, we might give them an extra boost in a future patch. As a whole, we continue to feel it's natural for more aggressive strategies to be stronger following a major balance patch because players will need time to adjust. So actually on this topic, Thors are garbage right now. Someone did the math on it, and I believe Thors are actually worse in every scenario against every unit right now except carriers, I think is the only difference. Losing that armor was a big deal, but the way their weapon damage was tweaked for like single target, it's all over the place. Anabolic Synthesis is that really cool Ultralisk upgrade, but the problem is that it comes after chitinous plating. And while the upgrade time was shortened to compensate for this, it's still an upgrade that's going to take 18 minutes, 20 minutes in the game to really get. You're not thinking to see this too much because you're not going to get that deep in the game a lot of the time. Plus, Broodlords in almost every single situation are better than Ultralisks, so I mean, you're just not going to see Ultralisk tech in general. And I think that's a problem that needs to be addressed more than upgrade. Because you're just not seeing Ultras really almost ever, I feel. Here for SC2 says, Neeb says carriers are still good on his stream. So here's the thing, right? Carriers are still being used by players like Neeb and Zest and others, and they are winning games against top tier players. I'm not saying that carriers are bad, but everything about them, I know my hair's all, dude, I had a hat on all stream. Okay, just it is what it is. I'm sporting the Jimmy Neutron right now. I see the little curly Q at the top. Anyways, as far as the carriers go, look, I think the problem is people are engaging them in weird ways. And what I mean by this is carriers themselves are pretty robust units. But the fact that the interceptors take 11 seconds to rebuild, if you were to lose every interceptor in an army, like let's say the Marines chose to sit back and fight and fire away, or the Hydras kill the interceptors, and then actually engaging the carriers or the units underneath them, right? It's like a kite and run away situation. A full carrier is going to take over a minute to replenish its forces before it can even fight again. And to me, that's worse than Swarm Hosts when they have a 45-second cooldown, right? Like, it's the time and money investment makes it seem like you should be fighting the interceptors, not the carriers. And if you do that correctly, you would never have an army that you'd have to worry about. I say with a question mark because I'm not good enough to definitively say in this matchup this is how it should go. That's how it seems to me from an amateur at a glance. So it's really weird seeing everyone still do carriers and then have that not go to plan, if that makes sense. Look, anyways, we're done with the day, guys. I just wanted to wrap it up with a little bit of discussion at the end, so thank you for joining me for it. Jimmy Neutron, Riffin has a big brain. You know what I always hated about Jimmy Neutron? Look, here's the thing. We get it. You're smart. He would always use big words for things. Someone made a meme video of this. I don't remember if it was fucking TikTok or where, but like, he says sodium chlorate instead of like salt, and the kid's like, just fucking say salt. And I'm like, yes, that was me my entire time watching Jimmy freaking Neutron. Anyways, tomorrow, be back, guys, 8 a.m, bright and early. I'm gonna go buy that stream package really quick. Before I forget, thank you guys again for all your donations today. That was incredible. Hold up, we had a, okay, so hang on. We had a $3 goal. We had that $5 donation at the start. This is broken, by the way. I'm not scamming. I don't know why it doesn't update. It's just the wrong overlay. What did we do in total? What is today? Today's the 21st? You stupid, dumb motherfuckers. I love you guys. We went from $5 to $170 in the course of that last game. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna go get this set up. And yeah, who do we host? I'm just seeing who's online right now for StarCraft. Because we should probably keep this war chest type going. Roddy streaming, and Control streaming, Harding streaming, Zombie Grub streaming. Oh, here's what we do. Pfft, easy, guys. We're gonna go host Zombie Grub. This way, there. Now you can go. Now you can go ask her when she's casting next. I don't have to deal with this shit. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. feeling uneasy about StarCraft's future? The future. Are you unsure if you can afford a war chest? War chest. What about WCS? WCS. Well, don't fucking worry. Check out the war chest. Quit wasting your day grinding the ladder and losing those precious ladder points. For a limited time, you can level up your war chest, unlock skins just by simply watching Base Trade TV. Monday through Sunday. Sunday. Lots of skins. Hell yeah, there are. Buildings too. We also get part of the sale. Cash money. Just use our unique link or click below the stream. Contributions from the war chest will go towards funding BTSL Season 3. While the war chest and the affiliation we have with it are thanks to Blizzard, please understand that the thoughts, opinions, shitposts, and memes we represent do not represent Blizzard Entertainment. There are no side effects. This isn't a drug, but if it was and if there were, they would include became slightly taller, muscle definition, sexual appeal, larger general sense of well-being, and the inability to be tilted on the ladder thanks to all the cool skins you have now to show off. Speaking of building skins, here's a joke for the road. The war chest is like an emotional wedding. Everything comes in tears.